should have checked it.
You don't ever listen to me. It's Spotify.
It's playing though. Is it? Oh, this shit do this shit every time, man. There we go.
Chud. Hold on, wait. Right. Blood orange Baywatch, boy, you better get out. Break through the penny, let it happen, you reach euphoria. I'm not a cutter or a poser, kind of a masochist, huh? I bet you won't. Let me show you something. Myself, it's a notch on my belt. I'm kinda fucked up. That's how I like me though. I'm kinda fucked up. That's how they left me though. Let me show you some. I'll fuck you up too. In the pool. Oh, and it's coming for you. Oh, hey, and you're not swimming fast enough. Turned into regret a lot of shit, repressed a lot of shit, regrets a lot of bit, remembered all of it. I'm reaching nowhere quick. Oh, you're a piece of work, boy, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. That shit hard. Is that the one I DM'd you?
I think so. I think that's the one.
There was a couple I was like, oh, he's really got something here.
Yeah. A little all over the place. So.
I listen to a lot of music when people come up here. I ain't saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's different. Like, you're, like, you know, niggas are rappers and shit, which obviously I have no problem with rap.
Yeah.
Rap is my favorite genre. Don't let anybody tell you different. But it's nice to hear alternative, I guess.
Yeah.
Would you call that alternative?
Yeah,
alternative?
definitely like alternative rock stuff. I think, you know, there's a lot of different sounds on the project, but I had to make sure I put that in there.
That shit hard. Who produced that?
Myself and then Caption.
Oh yeah,
like I wrote everything and then he played it.
Oh yeah, y'all some bad boys, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
That's Jugo's brother, right?
Yeah, his older brother.
Yeah, shout out to Jugo.
Yeah, that man.
Gotta get him up here.
Yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah, he is.
He's a genius.
Yeah, mad like little genius. Hell yeah.
Insane, yeah.
Well, we're back. Oh, well, I'm back actually.
Yeah,
we're
he's
back.
here.
You know what I'm saying? It's a more mellow podcast right now. I took some shrooms. We're gonna see what happens by the end of this motherfucker. The plants might start looking a little different.
Nah, you'll be all right.
Maybe. I'd like to welcome everybody back to the StepBrothers podcast, though. What episode, Dalton? You know, I've been gone. We had a tornado last week.
Yeah.
That shit, man.
Yeah, we had like a
fucked up everything.
Yep. Day of.
Yeah, I would have came.
My wife was like, "You're not leaving." I was like, "Oh, you're right.
Totally understand.
You're right. I'm not leaving."
Totally get that.
I didn't want to leave.
You're not gonna even try to guess what episode this is?
Nah, what? Nope.
No.
210? 9.
211.
Oh, all right.
You're real close.
You're close. Yeah.
You're close.
All right. Episode 2. What?
11.
11. Of the StepBrothers podcast. It's your host with the most, Kris, a.k.a. Dino Spumoni. Extra cheese and pepperoni, a.k.a. Talk to Me Nice, a.k.a. Young Kris Kringle, the gift that keeps on giving, a.k.a. Young Paulie Walnuts, you heard, a.k.a. Victor Moore Jr., a.k.a. the good boy of... keep fucking that one up. The good boy of Goodwill.
The bad boy of Goodwill.
The bad boy of Goodwill.
There you go.
I'm really a good boy.
That was a lot of AKAs.
I got
He
more.
doesn't stop.
I don't stop. I just, whatever is coming off the head. What's good with you, though, Dalton?
You know, same old, same old. I wake up at sunrise, see my sunrise.
That's a fact.
You know, I haven't said Young Goldblum in a while. So
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah. So, yeah. My son is 11 months.
He walking.
Yeah, he's walking now.
Beautiful,
Hey.
beautiful.
So we're almost to that big one. It's crazy.
Big one.
Can't
Uno.
believe it.
Uno
How you
mas.
feeling? How'd the year go by? Like, how quick was it?
Fast as hell.
Yeah.
Super fast. Longest part's waiting for the baby to get here.
Yeah.
That is like agonizingly long.
That's crazy. Drastic transition.
And then that hospital stay is long as hell too.
How long did y'all stay?
We stayed for 3 days, but it felt like an eternity. I'm sleeping on the
A couch that size.
And then the nurse, the nurse come in every 2 fucking hours.
Yeah. Is everything okay? Can I bring you
no, they
somewhere?
have to do all these checks on her and the baby.
yeah.
So I'm just sitting there like uncomfortable.
Right,
they wake
right,
me up.
right.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. But yeah, he's almost a year old. It's crazy.
I know Damin is probably going to talk about this when she gets here, but her brother just had a baby girl.
Yeah.
So Damin is a auntie. Damin's going to kill me because I don't know the baby's name. I'm sure she told me, but, live a hectic life. But Dante, congratulations to you and
that's
your
what's up.
partner.
Babies everywhere.
Healthy baby girl. She is precious, though. Adorable. Like, she don't look like no alien or nothing. Like,
That's good.
She looks like.
It's not a bless her heart baby. It's like
It's
baby.
Yeah, she gonna be all right.
Okay, cool.
The voice you are hearing today on this podcast is none other than Graham Malice. Can we get something for him? Yeah. There we go. Artist extraordinaire. Just dropped a project.
Yes, sir.
On all streaming platforms.
Yeah, true enough, out now.
It's a really good project. It always makes me feel cool, like cooler than not cooler than I am, because I am this cool.
Okay.
Well, like an artist DM me, and like, yo, man, I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to share music, get your opinion, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
I mean something in these streets. Dalton, stop playing with me.
I don't know why they sent it to you.
yeah, you probably got, but the thing was, like, I felt honored that you sent it, though. Because, again, that lets me know that something you've thought of me enough,
Yeah, man.
Because it wasn't out yet, right?
No.
So I be getting the early slices, bro. Y'all need to get on my dick. Yeah. But when I was listening to it, I was stopping, like every other couple songs, and I would like DM them. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy. Like, I didn't know. I definitely know Blood Orange was one, because like alternative might be my second favorite genre, R&B, obviously, but he bodied that, bro. And I was like, hell yeah, bro. Yeah. I was like, look, man, come on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up. But I asked him something about, I hate to like refer. Do you remember like?
Yeah, no. I remember a little bit. I know you were asking me about like kind of how I wanted to present myself.
Right.
To go with that type of sound for a project, and like kind of jumping all over the place, which is like, I was definitely told not to do that.
Right.
By, like music business people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to see where your head was at. Like, I wasn't asking to be like, yay or nay. Obviously, you're an artist at the end of the day. You're going to do what the fuck you want. But I just wanted to see, like, how, like, you would embrace that. Because you're doing music on this project with, like, Gun.
Yeah.
And then Kush.
Yeah.
And they're two totally different. You know what I'm saying? But you possess all that. I think most people possess a lot of different things, but like you said, the industry will try to keep them in this one direction. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's lucrative.
No, I mean, it's not my job. Like, it is, but it isn't, right? Like, my focus should not be selling myself.
Right.
So, like, when I think about, like, the art side of it and, like, the integrity side of it, whatever it looks like to people, I want to be, like, as honest and, like, transparent with how I'm feeling and, like, what I'm thinking and, like, again, the presentation of my work.
Right.
Regardless of, like, if it sells well. And, like, yes, I have, like, goals, whether it's, like, vanity metric goals or, like, making money from something. But, like, I think first and foremost, if I can present myself as myself, I can, like, stand on whatever I made and, like, push it the best I can.
That's a
But
fact.
if I, like, embody something that's just not genuine or isn't,
Who you are every day.
like, it's one of the things where, like, that project has a few different sounds on it. And I definitely, like, pride myself on the versatility of it. But I think that, like, Blood Orange is an alternative record that goes straight into Killer Whale with Gun. Because, like, Killer Whale is the most popular song on the project, and it's, like, rap. Rapping. I'm not, like, playing around, or, like, it's not like a genre bending record. Like, it's just a rap record.
Right.
And it's hard, but, like, putting those things next to each other is, I do that because that's how I felt and that's how they were made. They were meant to be,
Back to back.
back to back.
So, since we're on the subject, I don't know if you caught when Yachty had released his latest project.
Yeah, I listened to it.
And kind of sent the music community in a frenzy because he did an interview saying, like, I didn't want to be looked at as just a rapper or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you caught Miles' tweet about that. Super Miles?
Yeah, I think I saw something about it.
So he went viral. So
Yeah.
shout out to
He
Super
did go
Miles.
viral. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And I wanted to talk about his tweet on the podcast, and he deleted it. So I hit him. I was like, bro, why'd you delete that? That shit was money.
Shout out Miles, yeah.
He sent me the screenshot.
Hey.
You see the screenshot?
He kept it. He knew he was doing, but you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He was like, I'm tired of, I was tired of the
Yeah,
back and forth.
You know, because people be coming to Miles
yeah,
on Twitter, bro.
all the time. But I mean, his opinion is valid.
Yeah.
Not to say that Yachty's opinion about it wasn't valid. He didn't double down on it, but he did come back and say like,
He clarified a little
he
bit.
clarified.
Yeah. I think with there's two sides of it, and it's not like I feel like it's a matter of perspective before it's a matter of like actually maliciously trying to
Oh
attack
yeah,
the genre. Right?
Yeah.
Like, when you get pigeonholed in rap, and one thing that even talking to Miles, he's talked to me about quite a bit is like at a certain level, everyone's as talented as you are, regardless of like what you think you're doing and out of the box shit. Like at a certain level, at a certain like magnitude of this shit, they're talented in something. Like they're really good at something.
That's a
they
fact.
got something going on. They also are multifaceted. They want to do other genres too, but they've made the decision to go this route with it. You know, again, how we were talking about just staying in one lane.
Right.
But like people use that against you, and that's like what you're told to do from the beginning is to like sell yourself in this way. But like later on in life, they're gonna use that against you. Like at a certain level of success, like they're gonna try. Even when you look at like how Kanye spoke about, them calling him a rapper in certain rooms, like. I don't know if Yachty's dealing with that or not, but I'm assuming so with how he spoke about
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Yeah.
So like him saying I want to be looked at as an artist versus a rapper is like there's a certain like side to him that maybe he doesn't get to express as much, or like artistically he doesn't get to present because he's been called a rapper his whole career.
Yeah. He said Tyler, the creator, was one of the people he wanted to collab with for a long time, like do an album with. He spoke to him about making the album that just came out. Tyler was like, go for it, which obviously nigga like me's all for it. Because again, like,
I like the album, by the way. Like,
the album's dope.
That's a good person to talk to as well, Tyler.
Yeah,
Smart person to
yeah.
talk to.
Like the day one, I think that shit dropped on my birthday. So like day one,
That's crazy.
I just pressed play and I was like, what the fuck am I listening to? Because he had he had just dropped Poland.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, is this, are we going to, because, it was a creative thing to put the flanger on his voice or whatever. He wasn't the first person to do it, but,
Yeah.
it was very catchy. But to me, Poland was like, he was just testing out the effect because he used it on his album a few times. And I thought that was really clever for him to do as well. Even the interview that he had just did with Drake, just seeing how his mind works.
Yeah.
Yachty's definitely one of them ones. I think he's always been one of them ones. I just think he didn't see himself as one of them ones.
Oh, I think one, he was like super young.
Yeah.
Right, when he popped. So when you think about it, even like seeing him out here at like Random Art Mixer in Dallas and like having a conversation with him, not sitting there like having a long ass talk, but like just a slight conversation like, yo, you're dope, whatever, and him speaking about, how he's moving. The criticism he got so early on in his career puts him in the position where he now has to prove himself as a rapper, when initially dude dropped records that like aren't just rap records,
they're fun.
They're fun. They were
melodic.
fun, experimental for the time.
Yeah.
No one was really dropping music like that. So when you look at like what he's doing now, it's like, of course he would want to do something like this because he hasn't been able to his whole career because he got,
Yeah. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer about it, though, to be honest. I agree, though. I agree with everything you're saying. Like,
Discord or not, man, people are talking about it. That's what
Yeah,
you want.
yeah,
It was in people's mouths, man.
That Drive Me Crazy record is written like really, really well. That's probably like my favorite song. That and Pretty are probably my favorite songs off the project. I fuck with that shit heavy.
that first song is just...
Oh yeah, the intro too.
There's some songs that are like world makers to me. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's a world maker to you?
that one. But obviously, we spoke about this several times. Larry June and Alchemist on the Breakfast in Monaco.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's a world builder.
That shit is
It's not like there's nothing crazy happening.
No, it's just
Like
nasty.
he's not flipping verses
No,
like
it's just the
similes and
perfect
metaphor.
combo, man.
The beat is a loop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's something about that feeling,
Meshes
bro.
together,
Like,
man.
shit, I'm excited for their album.
Yeah. That's just gonna be really crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many songs, bro. We could talk about music all day.
Very true.
Damn, I kind of want to talk about music all day.
I'm here.
We can start. We can definitely start with music. That's. I mean, that's our bag, though.
Yeah, that is our bag. But in my hiatus, before we like dive deeper into the podcast,
Okay.
'cause I want to ask him some questions and shit, but I had to explain why I was away. There comes a time in a black family when you become the one. All right.
That's true.
I've been prepping for a few years now. I wasn't fully there. And I still don't think I'm fully there, but I'm the one right now. I'm the one who has to coordinate, talk to this side, make sure that side knows what's going on. So when we all come together, there's no misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? That's me.
I saw this in real time, too.
You saw this in real time.
see real-
I'm at my job taking calls.
Yes.
Getting shit done, getting shit made for the birthday party. Mind you, the party was 6 hours away. So it's like I'm doing all this here, like at work or watching the sun.
And
or
everybody else in Mississippi.
everybody
Yeah.
else is big chilling, feet up.
Yeah.
Like this ain't my mama. You know,
Yeah.
this my mama. I
Yeah.
feel like they should be doing this
Gotta
shit.
take care of it,
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
That's
But
your
you know,
job.
being the one, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm the most sensible. I took shrooms down there for all my cousins. You know, I ain't doing no shit like that down there.
Yeah.
It was a time. But
Did
you know,
cook, too, right?
I started to.
Okay.
But the drugs started kicking in.
You just posted that
You
little
got to be
clip
able
of
to
you.
delegate. That's part of the,
Yeah, and honestly, when I got there, well, me and the cousin that was kind of helping me put everything together, like we showed up late, fashionably late, but we showed up late, later than the party started. So they really was already in their mode. But mind you, I'm supposed to be the fry cook, DJ. I got to make the birthday speech, present the gift, like a lot of pressure. So, you know, you got to do something, take the edge off. I went to the bathroom, did some coke.
You did a birthday speech, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I kept it short and sweet, though.
Okay, good.
All my cousins' fucking footage of the shit was horrible though. Like
Nah.
I couldn't get but I basically was like, yo, we wanted to give you this gift, you know, show you how much you mean to us. Thank you for all that you did. Thank you for making us. We're the reason you and Grandpa are the reason why we're all here. Cause my brother works at the print shop. My brother works at a print shop in Arlington.
Okay.
So me and my mom and my dad were kind of just throwing ideas out. Oh, we should all just wear matching T-shirts. I was like, nah, they do that shit all the time. It was like, oh, we should get like a throw blanket made or da-da-da-da. I'm like, nah, we got to do something fly. We got, you know what I'm saying? I was like, let's make a family tree, but with just her and Grandpa's like lineage, not like their uncles and aunts and all that shit. Like, let her see how much she has.
The branches she has.
Right. So everybody agreed. The uncles, the brother, because he was the one who was going to have to print it on canvas and shit. Mm-hmm. So I was like, bet. Where do you start? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, collect the names. And it was some names on that motherfucker, boy. I'm not lying. I think it was 58 names.
Yeah, that's a
So, yeah, it's a tree. And mind you, these are just her kids.
Yep.
Her kids, and then their kids.
It adds up quick.
It adds up fucking quick, bro.
Yeah.
My mom had 15 names on there by herself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, and that's coordination. Like everybody's not talking to everybody or not saying there's beef, just like, you know, everybody's doing whatever they're doing.
their own thing.
I got to get the kids' names, the kids' names. It was crazy, right? So Shelby, Dalton's wife, started helping me, was like, okay, go to Etsy. You can find like a little thing on there to like start the tree.
Like a template.
Yeah, a template. Yeah. There you go. Thank you. And then we got the template. Then I was like, okay, I need to get the names. Then I had like half the names. Then I didn't have all the names. Then I need the correct spelling. But shout out to Dami. She definitely put it all together. Sent it to me. Got the approval. Sent it to Alex. And then Alex made it like what it is today, which we did like a green background, gold tree, the name's black, you know what I'm saying? It looks real, real nice. And when we presented to Grandma, I thought, because my grandma, like, she been getting money a long time, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's almost to the point where, like, what do you give somebody who can, like, get themselves everything?
Yeah.
So, I know it was a thoughtful gift, but I still thought she was just going to be like, oh, okay, and, like, put it to the side, like, Because everybody was like, explain to her what it is. I'm like, it's a fucking family tree. Like, how do you explain that? Like, it's here. Yeah. But she took it and she just stared at it, like, for a minute. Like, she was like, this is really, really, like, you know, my family don't really show affection in that way. So, like, to see that, it was like, I did that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put all that shit together. So, after we did all that, it's time to turn up now. You know what I'm saying? It was a long night. I'll just tell you that. But I definitely enjoyed myself. Shout out to all my family. We did that shit. Thinking about retiring soon, though, from being the one. I'm thinking about that shit. It really wasn't difficult, but, you know, it is what it is. So, like we said, though, that's the initial Thursday we missed. Last Thursday, fucking tornado came through, you know what I'm saying?
Thunderstorms and...
Graham was supposed to come last week, and niggas was like looking at the sky like, And the homie was like, bro, we could probably ride this shit out. It'll probably pass by the time we were going to come to the office anyways. But as Dalton said, you know, his wife,
You're not leaving.
you're not going nowhere, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't really worth it to risk anything happening, even if, you know.
Yeah, I looked at her, looked at my son. I was like, "You're right. I'm not going."
That was so dramatic.
I looked at Ray,
movie shit.
I was like, "Yeah, you know."
Facts.
That boy slept through it all, didn't Gary?
So back to Graham, though. I just had to get that out the way. Back to Graham. When's the first time we met? Was it on the? I know it was one of these little Dallas.
Yeah, it was a function or something.
Yeah,
I could never pinpoint it. I know
I know the last time we saw each other was
John Doe and B. Anderson.
Yeah. Kwame's.
Kwame,
yeah.
Their video
But that was a good time.
G-Wagon,
it was fun.
Yeah, it was really,
It
really
was
fun.
fun. It was fun. I haven't done no shit like that in a long time.
Yeah.
So, where are you from originally? Like,
I was born in Inglewood, California.
oh wow, another California. Okay,
Sir.
all right. When'd you move out here?
2011, my junior year of high school. Yeah.
Oh, so you've been okay. I see.
been here for a
It's
little
making
bit.
sense. Like your aesthetic makes sense.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
A little merger.
Yeah. Okay. Were you making music out there already?
Nah, I've always been like interested in music, but not in the sense of like making it. I wasn't really thinking like I'll make the, you know.
So what happened? Like what transpired?
2011 is like, you know, prime time for Odd Future fans.
Oh yeah.
Black hippie fans.
Oh yeah.
Pro era fans.
course.
Save Money fans.
Yeah, it was all the big groups
All
were
the
out.
groups.
Yeah.
You know, like our generation's like groups.
Save Money is
Chance the Rapper, no. Chicago.
what's I was just watching Dope last night. What's homie name that was performing that shit? Fuck, he had a crazy little wave, bro. Like, he was just a cool nigga that was rapping. He from Cali, I think.
He was in Dope.
Yeah, he
Tyga?
was. Nah, Tyga was in the movie though.
A$AP Rocky was also in the movie.
And then he was performing at
Vince
the club.
Staples, he was also
Vince
in the
Staples
movie.
in the movies.
I'm
There's
pretty
one
sure.
more we're forgetting because it was only.
I'm trying to think who you talking about.
Dang, there is.
You know, he was performing,
Cap
bro.
G's in there, and then there's one more. There's one more.
Fuck,
That's a good movie.
It is.
I like
It's
it.
really good. It was really good.
like it,
I'm
yeah.
so glad they made something like that we had. That wasn't
Yeah,
like
that director was the first director that was supposed to direct the Flash movie, but
really.
yeah, he left that shit years ago.
Oh
but
man, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know.
Rick
We gotta-
Famuyiwa, yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, hold on. We not finna move off this shit because I know this nigga name, bro. Fuck. What's his name?
Bro, I haven't seen Dope.
All right, so it was the club scene, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They said Rocky and Tyga was meeting up. They was exchanging drugs.
Yeah.
He's performing though. I want to say his name's like. This is Sade's favorite rapper too, bro. This is crazy.
I have to watch it.
Is
again, 'cause
Sade's
I know there
Well,
is.
like she really, really liked him at that time. Cali nigga, bro.
Okay, hold on. You're not helping me at all.
Bro, I don't know, bro. This shit's
Because
fuck.
you tell me it's Cali artist. Wow, that narrows it down.
Yeah.
Chase. Is there a nigga named Chase? Something with Chase?
Chasing Cash.
I
but
know Chasing
I know it
Cash.
ain't him.
Fuck. So somebody gonna be like.
I'm gonna look it up. No,
Anyways, why did I even bring that up? I was watching Double last night.
I'm talking about the groups. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Black groups, everything like that.
Anyway, so all the groups came out to 2011.
Yeah, 2011. So I think around that time, and I bounced around a lot as a kid. So like I moved to a lot of different places. It was really easy for me to kind of just
Start over.
yeah, you know, meet new people, everything like that, and the kind of people that I like fell into that group. We're all listening to the same music, rapping and shit, and you know, People
Casey
freestyling
Veggies,
it.
Chris.
Casey Veggies, nigga. I don't know where I got
Casey
Chase
Veg-
from,
I mean,
but yeah,
see.
yeah, maybe.
I think around that time, yeah, we would like skip whatever pep rallies and shit. Everybody would be freestyling. And,
Yeah.
and-
Yeah, that's definitely a Texas thing.
You feel
for
me?
sure.
And then go. One of my homies had a like audio engineering course, and it was his like 0 period course. So like first thing in the morning, we would go to that room. We would get this like really trash little stick mic thing. I would get a napkin, put it over the stick mic thing as like a pop filter, and we would rap into it on GarageBand and like make trash ass music.
Oh no, that's the best though. That's
Yeah.
when we were our most creative,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Raw, unfiltered, right
yeah,
there.
raw, unfiltered.
What school
bro.
did you go to?
Plano West is where I like went. I hated it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie to you.
Plano West. I don't think I've ever been to Plano, and I've lived out here my
Really?
whole life.
I mean,
I don't travel like
I don't think
outside
there's
of that.
anything- I don't think there's anything up there for you to like
Right.
check out.
to
for,
like
something
yeah,
crazy.
for sure. Like when people say like, oh,
Crazy
I went
campus.
to, I don't even like DeSoto and Duncanville. Like when people bring it up, like when I was in school, I'm like, oh yeah. I didn't know where the fuck that shit was.
Okay, no,
Oh,
that's-
God.
No, that's stupid.
No, bro, but it's like I never like even like my friends stayed in Arlington.
I know that.
Yeah.
So like everything that I had to involve myself in happened there.
I guess.
But when they talk about like, oh, we going to DeSoto, Duncanville to go to the game or blah blah blah, I'm
Yeah,
like,
because those were the sports schools.
yeah, I'm like, nah. I wasn't going. I never went.
Yeah, because
Ever.
Bowie sucked. But, you know,
Hey.
at sports, y'all were not that good.
I ain't good at like track and shit.
Okay.
Anyways, don't listen to him. He's just mad he went to Grand Prairie, South
man.
GP. Anyways,
We beat y'all at basketball, though.
guess because I wasn't on the court.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely not it.
Yeah, I'll fuck around and get a triple double. You know what I'm saying? Off the strength. They would have been calling me Hookah Doncic. They would have called me Newport James or some shit. I would
Okay.
have had a wild ass name.
Okay.
Anyways,
Interesting.
I was smoking Black and Miles back then. I really did not care about myself.
You didn't.
I was smoking wood tip Black and Miles, nigga. Smelling like a 48-year-old nigga. Just got
High school.
Yeah.
You finna go to chemistry.
oh,
you
guys.
I used to drop him off at school. This is all
Bro,
true, yes.
Wood tip Black and Miles, nigga.
Yeah.
What a time. Anyways, 2011, all the crews, he was going to school, freestyling and shit.
rapping it.
So when did you know, like, I want to do this, like, I'm good at this, or?
So like, we were in a group with a lot of niggas, you know, and I was never like super passionate about music in that way beforehand. Like I like music, you know, enjoyed music, really appreciated it, but we were really like kind of investing ourselves in it. And it's like I was listening to music and being like, oh, I could do that shit. It was kind of like a cocky thing, but it was also one of the things where like I was like, man, nah, like I could rap like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like I could do something like that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and the more you get into it, the more I start like actually feeling like, damn, nah, I can actually like kind of
Do
do it.
this
You know,
shit.
like it
Yeah.
went from me like saying it to convince myself to like actually convincing myself. And then
Believe in it.
maybe like 2014, I had already graduated and everything, and it was after high school, and I was like, bro, I don't really want to do much else. Like I keep thinking about rapping. Like I only like want to make music, and that's something I want to spend like my whole day doing, you know. And like, of course, I'm in the phase of like figuring myself out, finding myself, like that type of shit. Just you know, figuring out what I'm gonna do with my life, you know, 5-year plan, all that shit. So
Of course.
I I just started doing it, and I really like took it serious. I want to say like 2014, 15 was like there was like a year period where I was in the studio like maybe like 4 or 5 times a week, and I would spend all my money on it. Like I wouldn't do anything else.
5 beats a day for 3 summers.
Yeah, it was that season for me. It was like 10,000 hours for sure. And then like on the other side of that, I was like, yeah, no, I could like make this my life.
It's interesting that like the more I talk to like younger artists, and they be like, oh, I didn't really want to do that shit, but those are the ones out like you, for instance. I'm like, bro, you're really good at this shit, and you really like in the grand scheme of things, you haven't been doing it that long, you know. Like it's been a little over 10 years,
No, almost 10 years.
almost
Yeah,
10
it's
years,
about to be 10 years, yeah.
but.
Since I took it like, you know,
It's
actually
crazy because like, I've been like wanting to do music since I was a fucking kid, like diapers and shit.
I wish I would have had that insight. Like I've always been an artistic person or like a creative person, but it's like, how do you channel that, or where do you channel that? You know, like when I was in elementary school, I like painted a lot and like would do like little art competitions for my schools that I was in or whatever. Like, you know, it was like small things where like I'd have an outlet to get my creativity out in some ways, but nothing to like focus it.
Right.
And then I got to a point where making music and then actually figuring out you're kind of decent at it, and that's like okay.
I don't know. Like there's artists like here that I look at and I'll be like, man, they're way better than me, way more confident in their skill set. Like I don't know, but at the same time, like you said, I had those moments like, nah, I can really do that. Like I can really do this.
Yeah.
But I found like here lately, like especially on the production thing, because there's people who have like made some shit that I just can't understand like how it came together.
Yeah.
But those aren't the songs that you hear every day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like little niche. Like example, like how you made Blood Orange or whatever. Like you don't hear that type of shit every day.
Yeah.
So when you do hear it, you appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Steve Lacy like called I know he didn't mean for it to become this like TikTok thing.
Yeah.
But what he did on the
Bad Habits,
like he caught that and it was like fuck, like I understand why he made that, like growing up like in the era that he grew up.
Yeah.
That was the type of music you would
where he pulled from. Like,
right. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know what I'm saying. It's really strange, but like I really appreciate that, and like especially like young artists, bro. Like for me, it was like I guess even Dalton at that, and you know, it was just like rap. Like we didn't think about doing shit outside of rap. It's like that's what we were exposed to.
One of the big things, and that's
Really.
such a big part of it is like what you grow up around, like what you're digesting. But I think that like even as like if I think of middle school and I think of my first experiences like listening to my own music, which is like listening to what's on the radio or listening to what like my mom plays in the car or something like or whatever's on the bus, like I was listening to post-hardcore music before rap, like easily.
Wow, see,
like I was listening to like hardcore music, and then I got into like rap heavy.
the first CD like somebody let me borrow was Britney Spears' first album. And my mom had just bought me this crazy ass boombox, but I ain't have nothing to play. The radio. And then this girl I was dating bought me Justin Timberlake's first album.
Justified.
Which that,
Hit.
man, like that's, I don't even want to get into it.
Senorita.
Just his first two albums, bro.
Crazy.
Really Future Sex Love Sounds, bro.
Yes.
To this day, like
That's the bar for you? That's like
the bar.
Yeah.
There's no, I mean, as far as like, is Dark Twisted Fantasies,
Yeah.
Future Sex Love Sounds. There's
Yeah.
nothing better than those two albums to me. Front to back.
Heard you.
Nothing. So it's like a lot of my style, like Timbaland, obviously all the stuff he did with Aaliyah and Genuine and all that, Missy, Hove, even though I think we can say some of the majority of those Tim and Hove records really ain't. I mean, Nigga What was cool, you know. It's not saying it was cool, but like Big Pimpin'. But some of them shits was like, you know what I'm saying? As producers, he definitely has better records with like Ye and Pharrell.
Yeah,
Like definitely.
100%.
Just Blaze. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they were battling
him
them.
and Pharrell never missed. So
Yeah, they never miss. I feel like, but they were battling themselves, Timbaland and Hove, like off their earlier successes. So it was like they missed because I think the pressure was on.
Yeah. You kind of get a feedback loop in those situations.
Yeah.
Like,
But anyways, so you realize you can do this shit. You did this shit. So is this your first project?
Not my first project, but my first project in like a long time. Like you probably can find any other projects that I dropped.
Yeah, that's the best when niggas can just go away and live life.
Yeah, it's definitely a fresh start for me. I think I haven't wanted to do like a full body of work in some time. Like had the desire to actually present myself that way. So like,
What changed?
I think I spent a lot of time in the last like few years just collaborating a lot and investing myself so much so into like other people that like, and not in a bad way,
Right.
but like in the sense that like other artists like in the community that we're a part of and everything, and just trying to like introduce myself in that way and recognizing that like, hey, the best way for people to like understand what I'm doing artistically and like who I am is to actually have a full body of work for them to digest. Not saying it's like, because I don't call this an album, you know, it's like an EP. it's like 20 minutes, you know, like I just wanted to put something out that I can really stand on and like kind of defines at least sonically where I'm going, you know?
Yeah, I can dig that. So in the reintroduction, do you feel like this project was your best foot forward? Like you know what I mean? Like are you good with?
I love the project.
How you stepped.
I'm like, yeah. Like I'm standing on it for sure. I'm proud of it. I think it's a great body of work.
I do too.
You know, I thank you. Like I really, I wanted to present myself as myself. You know, I think that was the most important thing for me. Like I didn't want to fake it. I didn't want to try and like shoot for something that wasn't genuine. I really wanted to like, as best I could, put as many like, or be as transparent as possible. So like when you go through that record and like listen through each song, it's like 9 songs, it should come across at least like conceptually fluid, you know, whether or not it's like sonically fluid.
So let me ask you this, like what are your influences? Like what were you watching as a child to your adulthood? What were you listening to that kind of molded like your personality, your aesthetic, if you will? Like
I think that like as a kid, early on, like elementary school, right? I'm listening to whatever's like being played around, you know? So like, I don't have a definition of like what's dope yet, really. And I feel like I consciously recognize that too. Like I was like, I can't tell if this is cool or not.
Right.
And like, I feel like I really couldn't tell.
Right.
It was something weird where like, there was a point where I was living in Michigan, Mount Pleasant, like really small town, and it's 2000 fucking, you know, 1 through 5. Eminem is crazy. It's the
Yeah.
best thing. And I'm like, I'm a
Michigan,
kid. Like I'm a
yeah.
little kid, bro. So like, I'll hear Eminem, and then I realize, and like someone tells you, oh, Eminem lives in Michigan too. And I'm like, what? Oh my God. Like
Yeah.
we're from Michigan. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
And that's like the coolest thing in the world. But like, I can't tell if the music's cool. I just like thought that it was cool that he lived in the same place I lived.
Right.
You know, and then you get to the point where like, at the time you have like a lot of boy bands coming out. So like you see Backstreet Boys and you're like, that looks cool on TV, but like, I don't know if the music is cool.
Right.
And then like, once I got to middle school, I had moved back to LA and it was nothing but like a lot of dance music. So I'm listening to like, you know, New Boys and shit, like You're a Jerk, like that shit.
Yeah.
And you hear like just West Coast niggas in general, but
Yeah.
like I got introduced to like more alternative and like hardcore music. And once I got introduced to like post-hardcore music, it was like, it was so weird because it was like something that I felt like I shouldn't like. I think that was just kind of like.
Why do you feel like you shouldn't have liked it? Because you're black?
Yeah, of course. But like that's part of it.
Yeah,
it's one of the things
yeah.
where like it was also a small group of people that like I fucked with that listened to that. It wasn't like everyone that I knew.
Yeah.
Which I think kind of created that diversity in like at least how I come across artistically is like. It was only like one sect of friends that listened to that. And it's not
Right.
like we all didn't hang out or something. Like I could be sitting at lunch and have all of my friends around me, but like people who listen to Wayne over here, and then people who are listening to like Of Mice and Men or like Asking Alexandria over here. And then you have people behind me who are only listening to like, I don't know, like singer-songwriter music, like, you know, some Taylor Swift or something, you know, it's
Right,
like
right.
just different shit. But it was like listening to so many genres and being surrounded by so many different people, and moving was part of that too. Like I moved around a lot as a kid, so like different groups, different people listening to different things.
Right.
And then I watched like a shit ton of anime and shit, I guess. You know,
Oh,
as a
that's
kid,
where
too.
you and Dalton gonna be able to chop it
Hell
up.
yeah.
There's only like
Chop it up.
2-3 animes like I will watch,
Really?
and they're all the OGs of this shit.
What genres is it? Just
Dragon
like
Ball
shonen
Z.
shit?
I only watch shit where niggas are fighting.
So you watched, I can tell you right now, Dragon Ball Z,
Yu Yu Hakusho, Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop.
Not
Those,
bad.
those are the ones he will watch. Like,
Hey.
on
Look,
repeat.
but see, you gotta. If we could dive into anime right quick,
Yeah,
you
let's
gotta
do it.
understand something about a nigga like me.
Please
right?
go into anime.
Yeah.
We don't talk about it very much on here because you suck.
All right.
We can talk
So
about it, yeah.
obviously, being a young black American male
Yeah.
that grew up, you know, from 95 to 2005. Let's just talk about that.
Yeah.
The only introduction to anime I'm getting is coming from Cartoon Network.
Toonami, yeah,
right?
That's almost all of us.
And Adult Swim. Yeah,
right.
that was our
So
generation
I
shit.
didn't.
Until the internet bubbled. really hard,
Right.
yeah.
So I didn't even realize, like, obviously,
You don't realize it's like a whole thing.
yeah, I didn't know that. I was just like, oh, Dragon Ball Z comes on at 3 and whatever. Like, I didn't know. it was a whole thing until I got older, and I was like, oh, this is a whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not about to dive into this shit.
Yeah,
like, I like what I like.
Yeah.
If something comes across, obviously, I'll give it a shot. But when I was introduced to like Goku, it was like, what else do I need? You know what I'm saying? Like, and
charge up,
even I remember, I'll never forget this shit. My cousin in Mississippi actually put me on an Avatar, and it was just on Nickelodeon. I wasn't jacking Nickelodeon like that at the time, I guess, because I didn't even know what that Last Airbender was. Yeah. So he was like, Chris, that nigga will fuck up Goku. And I was like,
and now we're going crazy.
Let's relax.
This is when we were kids now.
I hear you.
So I was like,
I don't hear that. That's
fuck
crazy.
you. He'll fuck up Goku.
They blowing up planets. Like, there's no way.
He's not doing that, but I hear you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I get the hype.
I'm like, wait, what?
It's a great show, though.
Yeah.
He was like, sit down and watch this shit. And I watched it. I never thought he'd fuck up Goku. But I was like,
this is cold.
This is a great fucking show.
It's just hard, right?
You know what I'm saying?
Amazing show, yeah.
But anything else I would have, like Moroni Kenshin or...
Kenshin is big for me.
Tenchi Muyo.
Yeah.
I didn't know we watched Tenchi Muyo. That's crazy.
Come on, bro. I know my... but again, Tsunami. Sailor Moon, nobody would have ever told me that shit was an anime. Like... What we deem as animes today.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, this is about a group of girls that's going around beating niggas up.
Sailor Moon's goated, bro. I love Sailor
You
Moon.
know
Power
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
Moon.
Yeah, and
That's all I
Venus
need
and
to
all
know.
that shit.
That theme song is
Jupiter.
iconic.
Yeah. So I didn't. Yeah.
And the writer of that is married to the writer of Yu Hakusho.
Yeah. Like, I'm wearing my Cowboy Bebop shirt right now. And it's like, obviously, who we identify with as, like, in these characters, right? Yeah. I fuck with Spike because he's just a cool nigga, smoke cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? Some might see him as a bum. Some might see him as shit to get nigga that get shit done. You know what I'm saying? It's just how we decide to look. Goku, to me...
The way that guy makes shows is all vibes, though. Cowboy Bebop is just
it's a vibe. The jazz influence, like, crazy. Dragon Ball Z, obviously, like, as the shit progressed, you know, you realize Goku just wanted to be the best.
Yeah.
And you got to fuck with a nigga like that.
Yeah.
But I look, if we really talking about Dragon Ball Z, though, obviously he's not the best father, not the best husband.
I'm not a big Dragon Ball Z fan. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z.
Right.
I was never. Like,
it's not in your goated list.
Nah.
Ah, shit. All right.
And it is goated. Like regardless of my opinion, it is. But
it's a lot of America's intro. Like that's because that was the first one we got. Yeah. It's like
it was that Inuyasha and Naruto that like was the first thing I saw.
Let me go grab Dami. Y'all go ahead. And,
get out of here.
Oh, we can have the anime segment. So
y'all have y'all anime.
Yeah. So I'm like huge. Like me and my wife are like huge into it. That's part of the reason why we're married.
Okay, what was your introduction? I'm much more of a manga reader than I am.
I do both. I read every Sunday.
Yeah,
on my I had the Shonen Jump app right here.
We on the same page.
Cool. I have read every chapter, watched every episode of One Piece. I'm all the way in.
I can't do it. I can't.
I understand if you never caught on. It's
I tried.
I get it,
and I was like, nah, it's not worth it.
I get it. I only have one friend that made the journey.
Yeah. Okay.
And my friend Ryan. My friend Ryan went from 0 and he's caught up now.
Okay.
And now he's like, I can't stop.
Yeah. Once you're invested, that's
because you can't stop.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge manga reader. I collect physical medium. Like I got box sets. I collect the books.
I did for a little bit. I did like when I was younger, but now I don't have the time or the money to.
Yeah,
as much as I want to.
Yeah, it's. I only collect specific ones like JoJo. They're all hardcover. I have all them bitches. But yeah, I mean, So I mean, I'm pretty much like him. Dragon Ball Z was probably my first. Because that's all we had, really. Yeah. I'm older than Chris, but Dragon Ball Z was definitely my first. It was like Dragon Ball Z Power Rangers or something. My shit.
You watched,
And then Power Rangers is actually Japanese as well. It's all Super Sentai, and when I found that, I was like, okay, interesting.
Starts leading you that direction.
Yeah. So but after I get into Dragon Ball Z, my mom used to take me to Suncoast Video, which is an old video store we had here in a mall, and they had an anime section on VHS tapes.
Fire.
So I would buy the new Dragon Ball Z, and I would see other ones. I'll be like, oh, that looks interesting. So I'm grabbing like shit I shouldn't be watching.
Oh yeah.
My mom doesn't care.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm buying like the Guyver and bloody ass shit.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just watching whatever I can see, that they have available. So I'm watching like Appleseed and all this shit.
You're young. You're not supposed to be.
Yeah. So I just kept going like that, and then when the internet bubbled off, I really veered off and started seeing what was really popular. I mean, because I saw like I had like I had One Piece like the manga. I got a random volume. I don't remember what it was. One of the super early ones.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is interesting. And you know, they had that on WB,
Yeah.
but it was highly edited. Like
Yeah, cropped out like crazy
cigarettes
crazy.
and like So like once they put it out for real, I was like watching that like crazy. But I was bootlegging a lot
totally
of shit.
different experience though. Honestly,
I remember I got on eBay and I bought however far Naruto was at the point. Like someone burnt it on a disc.
Yeah. I did a similar thing. I can't remember what the website was, bro, but I sat there and I watched all of Naruto because I would only catch episodes on Toonami, and like I knew I was at some point in Naruto, like I remember seeing the end of the fight with Zabuza and Haku, and then like going through the Chunin exams, and I found out that there was some before that, and I found out that like it kept going, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
like,
so
we're getting these old episodes.
The disc ended right when they finished that stuff with Gaara and shit. That was just the end. So I was like, I got the real end of it. So what are you doing? What are your top?
Top of the list, man.
They don't have to be in specific order, but you know, because I know it's hard.
I guess okay. So like, I'm not gonna include like a lot of current stuff because
that's
I don't
fine.
wanna, like be unfair to it. Berserk for sure is number one. No,
RIP though.
Yeah. RIP Mira for sure. I can't put anything above that. I'll put Naruto there because it was like, as a kid, that's like what held me down. And then maybe like a Bebop. I might put Bebop there.
Yeah.
Just because that's like, I think that was like what matured my taste in anime. That's something that like made me like seinen manga and anime.
But you don't watch all them like animes that are outside of like fighting and shit. Or do you like?
Yes, he does.
Oh, y'all were talking about it. I was just asking.
Yeah.
Like the cooking ones and the.
I'm not a super big like slice of life person, but you gotta understand that like anime has genres. Like it's not like it's not just like scrapping. So like there's plenty of anime that I watch that isn't just about fighting, but it's also not like
there's no fighting in it.
A cooking shit.
Mystery animes are fire, bro.
Yeah.
You sleep.
Like
but all time, Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite all time.
I love it.
Oh, we're triplets. We all have.
Come on, Twin. What's up, gang? What's going on?
This is Diamond.
No, I gotta get one.
Graham.
Dalton, you got to get a stuff in person.
Sorry, I can't. But
he got to get a tattoo first.
Nah,
shit.
I'm not doing that either.
Jump right over it. Just get a stuff in person.
No, that's
do it at the same time.
That shit hurts. I had to go back and get my re-pierce.
It hurts if your piercer doesn't know what they're doing.
It was.
Mine did not hurt at all, and my homie, he passed out or almost passed out because they went through his cartilage. Almost fainted.
Oh wow. No, I wasn't that bad, but I felt it. I definitely felt it.
But also, yours didn't get to re-heal. Like,
If you had to get a redone, that's probably gonna hurt.
The woman who did, what's her
Jonique.
Jonique.
Shout out to Jonique at the candy shop.
Love her.
Oh man.
Yeah, he was texting me. I was supposed to go up there with him, but he was texting me and he was like, "It hurt, but she made it all better."
Because you know when you drop, you got a tear. She got a Q-tip and wiped that shit away. I was like,
yeah, no, that's love for real.
For real, she really loved her patrons.
Oh damn. I thought
Anyways,
you.
No.
He wishes it was him.
No, if it was, look, let me tell you something right now. But I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay.
Speaking of fighting, that we talk about anime and lover and fighting. I went to a jiu-jitsu class.
Cool.
Oh, that is right. Yeah.
When? Like
it was last week.
Then you went to a taekwondo class too.
I went to a taekwondo class as well. I'm trying to find which.
What you want to do?
What I'm happy. I did taekwondo as a kid, but we're black and they stopped taking me.
I hear you.
But the jiu-jitsu class was interesting because I actually sat and watched them go for it. And I like the process of so
yeah, it's a lot of close grappling.
Right.
So.
The master was he did it in steps, right? So he gave them the base move and he let them practice that for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Then that move evolved into another move. So you had to start with that position, then go to another position for the second move. Then about a third one, it was a whole nother take now. Yeah. But you're on the ground and you're doing all the shit, like taking that, bringing that person down to the ground.
Yeah.
And I just watched them do this over and over and over. And obviously it wasn't an intermediate class. Like they really, you know, they're active. This is their class.
Yeah.
So at the end, he just did the I might fuck up what he called it, but it was like last man standing type shit. So he broke everybody up kind of by weight. And then he was like, all right, we're going to go for it for like the last 30 minutes of class. So literally like if Graham was up, Dalton would walk up to Graham. They do their little bow, and then they'll scrap. And if Dalton lose, Graham stay on the mat. Then the next man come up. So you're staying up until you lose. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the master was up there for a minute. It was a black dude though who gave him some trouble towards the end. Like they was really finna get into it, but the time called
the buzzer.
Yeah, real talk. Like real talk. Like, and everybody was like, "Oh no, y'all got to finish that." And I was like, I got excited. I was like, "What the fuck for that?" But everybody walked up to me though, and they were like, "Did you enjoy class? Like, is this something you think you would want to do? Come back? Would you look at there?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll come back. It's too far for me. I don't drive." So that lift from deep in the butthole of Mansfield every 2-3 days, no sir. But they also were like, "Yo, we don't usually go all out like this. Like at the end of class, like we do every once in a while, but." I'm thinking like the sensei was like trying to show me like how cool it could be.
I'm about to turn up on it.
Yeah, like, let me show him what he. But it looks really great, and it was this white woman. Obviously, she came and sat next to me, and she was like, "So, how'd you enjoy the class?" And I was like, "Yeah, this shit looks cool. You know, like it's something I would do." She was like, "It's so empowering. You know how white women are. It's so empowering." And da 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 da. And I was like, "I bet it is. Yeah. Look like it. You know what I'm saying?" She's, and all that, you know, she did the whole white woman thing. She was like, "Well, I hope to see you again." And I was like, "Yeah, I ain't been back. That shit's far, bro. Yeah. Not doing that." My Taekwondo shit.
That's right down the street.
Yeah, it's actually.
Oh, you went to a different one, right?
Yeah, I didn't go to the one in Barton. It's across the street from the vacuum cleaner store.
Oh, okay. The drug front.
The drug front.
Yeah.
And
what?
You never heard
the vacuum store on Cooper?
On Cooper.
That no one ever goes to. It's definitely a drug
Evans
front.
vacuum.
Yeah.
There's so many vacuums getting sold, bro.
Look, this is what they do. Let me, just so we stop spreading misinformation on Elon Musk's Twitter. All right, they don't have anybody in their store because they do repairs on vacuums. They don't sell vacuums.
I get it. They repair it, put the drugs in the vacuum. And
Oh,
they give
okay.
it back.
Yeah, they put it in. All right, there you go.
Come on now.
All right. Anyway,
You seen Breaking Bad?
yeah, I went to the Taekwondo class and he was breaking it down to me.
Getting the feet up, you doing the kicks, you kicking?
So that particular outing, if you will, I didn't stay for the class. He had a class coming up. I was supposed to meet him before class, so he could just give me the rundown and like what his style of Taekwondo is, because he says there's not as many kicks in his style. It's more about defense.
That's all Taekwondo really is. It's
But some of them teach you how to throw a punch.
yeah,
and a
but
kick.
it's all deflecting.
Yeah. So I was interested in actually participating in his class, but I haven't really set aside the time to think about my scheduling for it.
Yeah.
Because something would have to change, and I don't know if I want anything to change just yet as far as scheduling goes. But it was cool because it kind of leads into one of the topics I wanted to touch on, which is why is it so hard to let go, right? So during my grandmother's birthday, I had some like shit happen. I wouldn't necessarily say relationship wise, but like somebody who was a part of my life.
It is a relationship.
Yeah, that's no longer a part of my life. Mm-hmm. Like it took something, obviously, as anything goes. Something happened and where it caused me to be like, I got to let this go. But I knew I was supposed to let this go eons ago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. So I was thinking about that topic because what made me want to get up and actually go to the
Taekwondo shit?
not the taekwondo, the one
Jiu-jitsu
was I was trying to talk myself out of it, right? I was like, I don't really want to go do this shit because like I had to be there at a certain time. It was after work. I was like any excuse I had, but if I didn't go, I would have kept in the same cycle that I was in. I needed something to break, even though I'd already decided for myself, I'm not fucking with this person anymore because that wasn't going anywhere. Yeah, I acknowledged that, but actually taking the step to do something physical and being like stepping outside of my routine was it was big for me. Somebody like me.
Yeah.
It's a big word for Elmo.
It is. But
Tom and creeped in here to start.
said what?
She just creeps.
That's
into
how
the
you
room
do. I
and
told
then-
her just slide in like.
And then
Like, I've been here the whole time.
just throw a
yeah.
random slug in.
So
I'm
yeah, it was
surprised
big.
you just be like stupid bitch.
I'm
That's what
sure it's
she was
coming.
saying. Yeah, it's probably-
But yeah, it was big for me to step outside of my comfort zone.
that's great, man.
So thanks, Don.
I remember you called me at work. You were like, "Yeah, I went to my jiu-jitsu class." I was like, "What?" You didn't. I was like, "You didn't even tell me you're doing this shit."
Yeah.
I think you told me before you did it, right? I think we were texting about
I
it.
text you. I text you and told you like I had to go do that day.
Okay, yeah. I was like,
but
this
I
nigga
think
want to be
the
a Power
only-
Ranger so bad.
Yeah, that's what you said. But
There you go.
but shout out to Ridge because he actually took me to my and picked me up. That shit's far, bro.
Where is Reggie Poo?
He knew we had a guest, and I guess he didn't want to play the bench today, so. She calling. She know I'm doing a damn podcast. It's ridiculous.
You know he doing that goddamn podcast.
Anyway, so I wanted to ask you, like, was there ever anything in your life that was like hard to let go, or like you knew you should have let it go, and you just it ain't got to be no relationship, but
Yeah, no, I mean
cupcakes.
a lot of things. Yeah, no, I definitely like that's right, cupcake. I definitely have like a lot of things that I've kind of challenged myself with or like tried to
This is mine.
step
Oh, okay.
away from. I don't know whether it be people or just like things, you know, certain food or.
So,
something, you know,
what
like-
was your way of getting out? Like, what was your discipline for it?
I spent. I don't know. I have discipline in certain things and not so much in others. Like I spent a lot of time, especially early on, like younger, just like making sure I invested in my like mental and emotional health. So like when I get to a point where like I check in with myself and I'm like, this isn't right, and like if you keep doing it, you're kind of like disrespecting yourself. Like that's when I get to the point of like, okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna cut this off. And like I've had moments where it'd be like people, and it'd be someone that I like don't really, that like I might fuck with, I might like a lot, but like I see that person's not really pouring into me like I need, or you know, I can't invest myself into, you know, honestly, and yeah, I just end up cutting that stuff off. I'm not really.
So you're very self-aware.
I try to be. Yeah, I try to be.
I'm self-aware, but not in a lot of areas. I choose to be blind in certain areas.
I feel you. I think like it's difficult to be like.
I hope for the best.
Side note, you niggas look pretty fly right now.
Thanks.
Fucking with the swag.
I'm doing my thing.
Just bought this today.
I had to show out.
I wore this for you, Diamond.
I appreciate you. I see you with the thighs out.
Yeah,
I
had
like
to
that.
Let them know.
Hell yeah.
Anyways,
I would have been cute today, but
you had to do hair.
I had to do hair, and
everybody
this
looks
was the
Yeah,
worst
everybody was good.
Yeah, y'all look good.
client
We're a good.
I've
we're
ever dealt
a
with.
good-looking bunch of.
Yeah, I heard you
people.
had a rough day.
It was rough. I was literally sitting there ready to cuss her out, but she's kind of young.
I don't know.
Her dad was cool.
Okay.
Oh, you went to like the house.
Yeah, I went to the crib.
What do you do?
Huh?
What do you do?
Oh, I braid hair.
Okay, man.
That she just doesn't braid hair. Okay, she does locks and all that stuff too. She did my hair.
She did my wife's hair.
Oh yeah, shout out
Yeah.
to Shelby,
She got me looking like this, a Rasta.
Yeah.
young fly nigga.
Book.
Okay.
That's all me.
You had to
Yeah.
keep the customer service face on.
No, not really. My clients know who I am.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's good.
They
We
are
went to
very
the
aware.
movies with
They
one of her
booked
clients
all
the
of
other
me.
day.
Yeah, I build like relationships with them or whatever. But like one of, we went to see Creed, and she's my client, but like we became friends. She went to Bowie.
Did she?
Mm-hmm.
What
She was a
year?
year under us,
Oh, okay.
but we just like, I was doing her hair, and we just started talking about like,
I guess since we're here, I might as well tell you. I was checking that out. I didn't know how to bring that up because I don't want to
she
be like
married with 3 kids.
divorces are up.
They are, but
Chris, we just talking about learning. to
Married.
say
Yeah. Oh
goodbye.
yeah. No,
Let it go.
I'm glad she's married.
Let it go.
Shit.
There you go.
Congratulations to that man, and I'm sure her children are beautiful and lovely.
her kids are actually very beautiful.
Yeah, I
They're
bet
cute as shit.
she don't look too bad herself.
You're wild.
Does she listen to the podcast?
No, but I'm gonna send her this episode.
Yeah, they're a little nugget.
Do that. Yeah. Get him in the dough.
She's never gonna go to the movies with me again.
Maybe not when I go. So, y'all, that's what I really was thinking about you. Why I didn't know that she was married. and
That's a good
everything
friend,
like that. But I was like, I don't want to like attempt anything because that's her actual client, and if things didn't work out, and they're like, Diamond, why you didn't tell me this nigga was a piece of shit? Like I didn't want it to come back on you, so I was gonna keep it to myself.
Don't assume that I don't tell everyone. that shit.
Damn. Damn.
So they could never get me, so that I don't run into situations like that. If you ever try to holler at any of my friends, just know that I was like, don't do that.
You far away, stay away. Damn
All
it.
right. Well, there's that dream.
You want to do over under now? I'm kind of interested in what you put on that one.
I didn't have.
What
any,
have y'all talked about so far?
the trip
Catch a nigga
got
up.
a little bit of his background, a little bit.
Mad I missed that.
The song that we start the podcast with is called Blood Orange. It's on Spotify.
It is.
I listened to your.
Oh, really? Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I sent it to you too, right? I
Yeah.
just want to make sure I'm.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like, when they
Again,
let me know
I'm-
you was gonna coming on.
I'm the
I was
one
like, let me
here
go listen
too,
to it.
so I gotta send everybody music and shit. You know what I'm saying?
You the guy.
Oh, and I really fuck with it too. Like every song kind of sounds different, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
we were
about,
talking
we talked
about
that.
See,
Yeah.
so, hey, you
Yeah,
hit
no,
the
I
nail
appreciate
on the
it.
head, bro.
Yeah,
He
no,
did what he
definitely.
set out to do.
Yeah.
He wanted
You did that.
to encompass all of him and not just be one direction, like the group.
Don't want to be the group.
Yeah, I was like, it was very enjoyable to listen to.
That's dope. No, that's really great to hear. I like. It was with intention, so like it's good that it's received that way. You know.
You did that.
Hell yeah. Don said he wanted to do over under.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what.
All right,
you
let's
got.
do it.
So you're just picking topics at random.
Random.
Right?
The
Okay.
first one that comes to my mind is the appetizer one.
Okay.
This is a pretty easy
The
one.
icebreaker.
Everybody- Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Y'all niggas got me today.
not high.
Pineapple on pizza.
I'm allergic to citrus fruit.
Oh,
Underrated
So
or
it's-
overrated?
he's well, kind of. He can't answer.
Yeah,
I
And
fuck
he'll
with
never-
it. I fuck with it.
What? Wait. What are all citrus fruits? Like give me
Orange.
orange.
Oranges,
Lemon,
lemons,
limes.
limes, pineapples, grapefruit, tangerines. You know.
All right. So you got to get all your vitamins and shit from like apples.
Yeah, just other fruit.
Do you want
Gotcha.
a fun fact about pineapples?
Give me a fun fact.
They eat you back.
I was
Really?
gonna say pretty much
Super
everybody's
excited.
allergic to pineapples.
Yeah,
Yeah, the tingling feeling is it's trying to eat you back.
yeah.
It's like,
That shit
bitch, you trying to eat me?"
crazy.
But it doesn't work because it can't break us down. But yeah,
Interesting.
but overrated, I guess.
Okay.
I don't really care for it.
Is it overrated?
like-
Because I feel like everyone says they hate it, and it's those few people that are like, no,
because
we
I
fuck
don't
with it.
hate it, but like people are like, you got to try this. I'm like, it's alright.
The reason
but
I would say overrated is because it's so pop culture like famous. Like people will put pineapple on pizza in a movie and it'd be like a weird quirky thing.
Right,
It's like,
right,
No one's
right.
actually doing that.
Overrated.
You know?
You're right.
But
You just changed my mind.
every pizza place has that on their.
of course, it's an option,
Yeah.
Like it's a real. It's like bacon
but
and
it's
cheese.
not. It's
and
not
then
Hawaiian. though.
Pepperoni.
Let's just stop with that name.
Yeah.
Immediately, they're calling it because pineapples. On
Yeah.
it, but-
Let's.
Nah, I fuck with it. I don't never. This is my first time actually admitting. I always tell people I don't. I actually like it.
Oh wow.
Like
Wait. No. This happened to us. It was one night we were at your house and we ordered Mr. Jim's, and I think you got a pineapple pizza, but they only sent the pizza, the sauce, and
And
pineapples,
pineapples
on top.
on that shit. No fucking
No
cheese.
cheese, bro. No ham, because she was
I didn't get ham. I didn't like ham anyway, so I was like, okay. Take the ham off.
vegan or whatever.
but still no cheese.
No cheese.
No cheese. It was
'Cause I
red
was-
sauce and pineapples, bro. We ate it though. I mean, I ate some
course.
of
I
it.
mean, if
pay
you're
for it.
vegan, you wouldn't want the cheese either. You
I'm
right?
not vegan. He just.
But I'm in.
I don't be caring about
vegetarian.
correcting
Oh,
people
okay,
about
okay,
certain shit.
She knew what, because she knew what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
But that did happen. She
Yeah.
does. This isn't a fluke, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
just gonna
This
say it's
actually-
overrated because
Yeah, it's
pepperoni's
overrated.
the goat.
All right,
so.
Dalton, you do
Cheese is
it
the
over
goat.
under. Because
Oh.
I can't come up with shit.
I don't. You know what's crazy? I had no idea what over under meant, so I don't have anything.
Oh, it's just overrated, underrated. You can
I didn't know that.
could be
I
so-
thought this was some fashion shit or something.
Okay.
Is fashion over or underrated?
Just fashion. in general.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. Y'all just see the picture of
Underrated.
Tiger sitting next to the person who had a full like bed costume or some shit.
First, answer your question. I don't look at anything Tiger does. Second, answer the question. No.
You a hater.
I'm not gonna lie. Recent Tiger news is he's dating Avril Lavigne.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane.
Crazy. She must have called people that OnlyFans.
Okay, OnlyFans over under.
Underrated.
Underrated.
I mean, I've never subscribed, but I want all the women to get their coins from whoever's getting it.
Okay.
Start a little last sex talk.
I don't
on the
know. Can we
podcast.
can we say rated? Like it's just where it's supposed
Yeah.
to be?
It's
Because
rated.
I feel like
yeah.
okay, so like I would say underrated, but I know a lot of girls that do OnlyFans, and I would say overrated Because I don't subscribe to OnlyFans.
No, I don't
You know, I'm not.
I
spending
don't
the
know
time on that.
enough women that do OnlyFans.
I know.
Are you?
I know how many women get money from it, so that's where I'm like, it can't be overrated if they're actually making bread.
No, they're
Yeah.
making bank.
One
nigga.
thing I did, I got a homegirl. Well, I'm not gonna like put her out there, but she does like porn and stuff. And
Sure. We had a whole sex episode.
her big thing, at least from what she told me, is that like most women who are doing like OnlyFans stuff are not making the return that they expected. So like they're still broke. They just showed their pussy on camera. And it's like, and I was like, that's
while we're on, and I don't look. I hate like sex topic podcasts because it's ruining our community.
Oh God.
But I have to ask.
The episode was good, bro.
No, that was good, but it can't be like our niche or whatever. Niche.
No, I mean it's not the whole show.
But
We had one.
hey, don't attack me. All right?
You were telling them to have a squirt competition. Don't even play.
I was very drunk at that point.
Oh
That's
my-
what he said
in
it
the world?
live on camera.
I wanted to see if they could make it in a cup, like from where they were sitting.
He said, "How much you charge me for this?" It's just
How much? What was the answer?
$500.
I said no.
You ain't spending
ma'am.
bread.
I don't know if she
You
wants
paying
me. I
$500
guess. I
for a squirting
mean,
video?
I'm not, but he talking about for the podcast. That's
yeah.
entertainment. I
This
thought
is
y'all-
content.
this
That's what I was
business.
really trying to
I
do.
was trying to do it.
But
repost that.
she did offer me a free link. I did turn that down though. I was like, I can't do that. I respect something that's happening. So I'm
You gotta
not
respect
gonna
the
do
business.
that.
Business
Yeah,
gotta come
but
first.
there was a tweet that went out and was like, men, paraphrasing, was like, men thinking whining and dining ain't the same thing as like paying for pussy or whatever. Y'all, LOL, y'all are dumb. I've had this conversation at least the past 4 years with like just niggas on the street. I stop niggas. Hey,
Yeah.
if you took that girl to Golden Corral right now, are you paying for pussy? Essentially. And most people agree with saying, yeah, basically, in the grand scheme of things, yes. I don't look at it like that.
I don't either.
I
And
don't
let me
either.
tell you why. Because I'm not going out, I'm not taking a girl out that I genuinely don't like. So me doing this, if sex happens, that's cool. But I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not whining and dining you to get to pussy.
Yeah, 'cause
though.
that's what I'm saying. You're paying for dinner.
Yeah. I'm not paying
Sex
for
is a byproduct of if the dinner goes well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it's one of the things like I understand what like the logic of what you're saying.
Yeah,
when you
Right,
say
because
you're
but
spending
it
money.
doesn't make sense in real life when you apply it. Because okay, there's plenty of dudes who are willing to take a girl out and they just trying to get some pussy. That makes
Right,
complete sense. But at the end of the day, if that dude wanted to just get pussy, Harry Hines is right around the way. You can go just get pussy. It's an option. It's not like you
gonna
can't go
something
get
else.
pussy.
You gonna get pussy. You gonna
That's
get something
true.
else too.
That's true.
Let that
But-
be. Not all the women. I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm not just.
But I
let me
think
not
that
say
like, I don't know, man. 9 times out of 10, I'm not taking a girl out if I'm just interested in that.
me and the homie Armani, we go back and forth about this because he really on the side of if she cute and I want to fuck, I'm just gonna pay her to fuck. Like that's it. Like
That's wild.
yeah.
as well.
If he hear that, I might not have said it exactly how he said it, but you know what I'm saying. That's what I took from it. Like
Yeah, that's what you.
I was like,
interpreted
bro,
it.
I want you to like actually like a girl, bro. Like I get there's women I got to see what that's like. I always end up falling in love though, so I need to stop doing that.
I hear you.
I do end up spending money on women that I'm just curious about,
I
always fall in love.
I'll say that
for sure.
Of course, there's plenty of women that I'm like physically attracted to, but I've never really ever wanted to fuck a girl that I didn't think was like at least cool. Not saying that I'm like finna fall in love with you or have any expectation to, or that I'm like gonna fuck, but like I gotta be able to say what's up to you,
Facts.
have a conversation, like
Facts.
at least. And I'm not saying it has to go anywhere crazy, but I'm very transparent at the end of the day too, where I'm just like I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling about the shit.
I agree. I agree. But it always starts off with me just being curious, regardless if it's. I got to know this person. There's something about her. And what I realized, what I like about women, just like 2 days ago, I like women that look weird. Like they're not like society standard of like, like perfect face, perfect nose, like perfect teeth. Like I realized like I'm attracted to like women that look weird.
Tread real lightly.
And I'll post some people that you may know. You don't look. It's okay. It's awkward. Me and my co-host were a
No,
long
we were
time ago.
not.
She said y'all weren't. You
She
said
says-
you were, but she said
She
y'all.
says we're not to like undermine me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not because she means it. We're in love. We're talking about babies and all type of shit.
that's crazy.
Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying on this podcast.
You're lying.
All right,
Damn,
I'm lying.
it's a wrap.
I mean, of course she's gonna say
Wrap it
you're
up.
Anyways, on to the
First of all, Chris.
I didn't want to do this.
No,
I'm not trying to.
shut up. You
Okay.
don't even know what I'm finna say.
Okay, you're right.
I got hoes that listen to this. You can't be doing that.
Yeah.
You can't be doing
So
that.
wait, so you don't
Blowing
let
up the spot.
them know that you were in a relationship before them, or what?
No.
Oh.
You the first one.
You the first, baby. I love you and only
That's
you.
why we don't work.
Don't hate the player. The game fucked up.
That's why we don't work right there.
Ain't no exes. It's just you.
Don't hate the player. The game fucked up.
Okay, yeah.
What's another over?
I told you to do it because I didn't have.
You want me to do
just-
all of them?
No, just like throw one out. We gonna take turns, nigga. It's a podcast.
I just did one, so it's your turn.
What was yours?
OnlyFans.
Oh shit, Dami, you got no? Do you got any over on this?
Over unders.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
I'm trying to think because like I put it on there. I
Throw
thought
an artist out. That's always fun.
Beyonce.
Ooh.
Oh,
Beyonce.
she's the GOAT, so
This gonna be this. Look,
she's
She's-
GOAT rated.
she's rated perfectly
Yeah, okay.
amongst people who rate her perfectly. Anything extra is overrated. You understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Like the craze, like I don't know if y'all saw that trailer. Lucky sent it to me actually about like I think Gambino and somebody else are producing a
Yeah, it's
film
that
for
new movie where it's like the craze.
like the like who's your favorite artist and it's
Oh yeah,
the
the
Hive or whatever. Those type of people, Nicki got them. Like
Nicki has the worst ones.
I think well, she might have the worst ones, but I feel like Kanye has the most delusional ones.
That's not the same, though.
I know, but I'm just
Because
saying.
Nicki
that's-
fans are
Nah, I
violent.
feel like
Yeah.
I feel like Barb's are worse than
They get violent.
Whatever Kanye's
Yeah.
saying.
Kanye fans just be like, "No, you don't understand what he's saying, bro.
Oh, yeah,
he
yeah,
said the
They just
Twix.
believe
It's
that.
not just two candies.
Yeah, type shit.
The symbolism of the chocolate,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
left
yeah,
and the
yeah.
right
Yeah,
side. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's how
yeah,
the
yeah,
delusion.
yeah.
You're one of them. So
Y'all just want to understand him. Nicki fans want to have her babies.
Yeah.
literally,
Not a bad woman to want to have babies with, in my opinion.
But they go
No,
real,
they
real,
go
real
crazy.
far.
Go OD. for
Beyonce
sure.
fans do too.
Beyonce fans do go OD. I think.
But she deserves it.
yeah.
She deserves it.
She deserves.
I feel like Beyonce,
she's go to rated.
as far as her music, I'm only speaking on Beyonce's music.
Okay, not her as a person. You don't know her.
I don't know her. I'm
Right.
speaking on Beyonce as an artist and a musician.
I don't even know. her
I'm
middle
not
name.
talking about her anything. Like I don't know her personality. I don't know her. I'm not talking about her acting skills.
No one
Lucky.
is.
Y'all think,
Lucky
y'all think
is.
that's a drawback? Do you think not knowing Beyonce's personality is a drawback of like Beyonce's?
Oh no,
No.
that adds to the mystique.
I
To
feel-
me,
I like.
I like that
I
she
like
don't
it.
get like she don't be
because she's
like
been in
Cardi.
the game since 16,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like she's kept it
You
so
know it
close
from,
to
like,
the cuff.
young, but,
we
like-
only know from interviews and shit, and then she seems like a pleasant person, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
But
like Frank, I don't think if Frank was out here like on social media like at the same capacity as like a Cardi B, I think the pressure would be more on him to make the
That-
type of music that he
that
makes.
level of celebrity is kind of dead, and I miss it a lot.
Yeah, the more obscure, the better. I like that Kanye's away.
Bro, Frank could
and
dip
Hope's
in whatever he
always
want.
been obscure.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yes.
that's always gonna make me want to listen to like, oh, what have you been on these last?
yeah, I want to hear what you got to say, bro. What you been doing, dog?
Yeah.
I know you been doing something.
Yeah, you've been doing something.
So she's go to rated, bro.
She's rated accurately.
Go to rated for me.
I agree.
I love Beyonce,
Love Beyonce.
All right, so
We just paid a lot
but
of
that's
money
that.
to go
Don't
see
do
her.
that one.
yeah, that was easy. Doja Cat.
All right, so I'll put it like this, and the same thing actually happened to me with, dang, what's her name, man? Because girls are players too.
Oh,
Coi
Coi
Leray.
Leray.
Coi Leray,
Yeah.
same thing happened to me. I would hear songs
Yeah.
by them and not know that it was them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And it happened for like a while, and then once I realized it was them, I was like, damn. Not like in the sense of like I thought anything bad before,
Right.
but like didn't
You-
understand the hype.
Right,
so it was,
right,
again,
right,
it
right,
felt
right,
so
right, right.
overrated, and then it was like, oh no, I'm just late. So like I don't listen
I
to
was
them right
late.
now. Yeah, it's that part. So like I feel like they're not making music for me.
Right.
So
But is the music she making good? Like, is she doing what she's supposed
From
to
the
be
songs
doing?
that I hear, I think Doja Cat is making exactly the music she should be making.
Yeah,
as far as, like, what
Doja's
she's
I feel like she's rated.
she's rated. She's rated.
maybe a little over, just a little bit. Not a lot.
I was about to
I feel
say,
like people
think
fuck with her
now-
more so because of her personality.
That part. I think the memes and all that. That's really where
Like
she got
Doja, she's
people.
very just true in who she is. Like she got real. I've been listening to Doja for a minute. She has this one song called "So High." I've been fucking with her since before she got like popping.
Yeah, when she was a
made that
rapper.
move shit, and then that's when everybody was like, "Yo, who the fuck is this bitch?" Like that's who she
Yeah.
be. Like
Yeah,
The Streets record, right? Oh no,
no, not
Mood.
Moo.
bitch, I'm a
Oh,
cow.
Mood, the
Bitch, I'm a
cow shit.
cow.
Nah, cause the video what did it for me. It's so much so that me, Khalil, and Ridge
Yes, they did.
had
Yeah.
a whole argument
They did.
about, cause Khalil was trying to say that Doja was, and we're sexist or whatever, guys. That Doja was
Don't throw me
badder
in this
than
camp.
Georgia Smith.
The Doja was what?
Badder than Georgia Smith.
Oh, okay.
I was like, nigga, are you crazy? What are we talking about?
I remember this whole conversation.
The
too.
thing is, like, why are we gonna compare them though? We can just fuck them both because they're both fine as shit.
No,
I
they
would
fu-
take
yeah,
both of them down.
Yeah. But where I feel like Doja lacks in looks compared to Georgia, she makes up for in like aesthetic,
Star
personality,
power, stardom,
shit like
all
that.
that. Yeah.
But Georgia, like just looking at her, like off the rip, like yes, I'm fucking you. Doja, like he said, like she's a cool girl. Like yeah, I fuck her. Like she's not ugly by any means, but like
Oh damn, because I see Doja and I'm like,
nah, she can get to work. Everything, all of me.
You was John Legend just now.
Yeah.
Even though I hate that nigga. This is
okay, so John
reference.
Legend,
That was strong.
overrated or underrated?
He does not like John.
Oh. Overrated.
He doesn't like
Crazy.
John Legend
What? Who's out here making you feel like John Legend is overrated?
himself.
Him?
No,
was gonna say, I was like, I don't
no,
know.
when he doesn't like somebody, he doesn't like somebody. He don't like Michael B. Jordan. He don't like
No.
Anthony Mackie.
We'll say, let's
He
say
just thinks Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan is a
Well,
bad. Oh, we'll
we'll say that
to
'cause we
yet?
gotta talk about Creed.
Okay, bet.
Yeah,
haven't
but
seen
I ain't gonna.
He doesn't hate Michael B. Jordan. He do hate Anthony Mackie though.
No, he like
that nigga.
with a passion though. That's like his enemy number one.
If I saw that nigga, at
He
the
would spit
cookout
on
or
him in
some shit,
person,
I wouldn't
yeah.
spit on him. That's very disrespectful.
Yes, you would.
I would tell him like, hey, bro, maybe you should be like a bodybuilder or something. Like, I would tell him to stop acting as nicely as.
And
I
what's
could.
crazy
Hey,
is
I'm
he's not
Tupac.
even a bad actor. He's not a bad actor.
You need to do something, Governor, and you do too. That was acting. That was good. That the Captain America and the Shield.
No,
But you know what Marvel did with that?
Hey, I'm Tupac.
Come on, bro.
That was the worst.
And I don't know if you remember.
No,
this.
that was the worst.
He was in that basketball movie with Hot Sauce.
Crossover.
Come on, B.
I don't think I seen
I know that was
That
like
whole
his,
movie ass, bro.
I know that
Wayne
was like
Brady
his
is the bad
startup-
guy.
Startup shit.
Stop
Hey,
it.
don't fuck with Wayne Brady.
Wait,
bro.
no, but if Wayne Brady
him
is your
being the
main
bad
bad
guy?
guy,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem from the get go.
Hey, I'm rewatching How I Met Your Mother right now, and that reoccurring role he has as Barney's brother, like he's killing that shit. Wayne Brady's dope.
What is happening?
I'm just
We didn't
saying.
say
I'm just
anything
saying.
against him.
I'm just saying. I didn't say he did.
I'm
I'm
saying
just
if
saying.
you make a movie and your villain is Wayne Brady,
Yeah,
you
it's
lost.
bad. It's bad.
You lost.
He wanted to try something different.
Okay.
As an actor, he wanted to test his range. But yeah, Doja Cat, we rated her, right? We're rated.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna say
moved
slightly over.
slightly over.
I gotta really.
I'm gonna go with rated for her.
Who's one of your favorite artists? Like just off the top of the head,
That's crazy. That's one of the questions I was gonna ask him.
like popular artists.
or yeah, whoever. It could be your alternative. It could be rap, R&B,
Yeah, who do you
country.
like? It don't have to be popular.
There's a lot of stuff.
'Cause I'm finna rate this shit.
I'm weak.
Saba's probably like one of my favorite artists.
Saba, I don't know anything. About
Wow.
The rapper?
Saba. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cold.
Yeah,
Cold as fuck.
he's really good.
I think Care for Me, he dropped it in like 2018. That's just a classic.
He's highly underrated though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Underrated.
Underrated.
Highly
All right.
underrated.
Yeah,
All right.
very, very underrated.
All right. Hey, y'all, look. I always respect y'all's music opinions, so I'm gonna take.
I,
it.
I really like this shit he did with Crazy Bone.
Man, say
that's
that
just-
fearmonger, that shit is hard.
That's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Bitch, bro.
Going in get some more. Shall we good? Yeah, that shit hard, bro.
Yeah, man.
I was like crazy back on this shit, bro. Sing rapping.
That was really
Sing,
hard. Let me do
rapping.
like an artist that's like actually kind of
You want to get someone divisive.
J. Cole.
Underrated.
okay. Music overrated, person underrated.
Okay. No.
Damn, like I feel like I'm dick writing right now because I'm just agreeing with everything this nigga saying.
But bro, like it's
I'm not gonna lie.
y'all gonna fuck up my feature.
Nah, but that's not
I
what we're
got what
trying
I
to do.
really want to do after this.
Yeah.
J. Cole to
I really
me,
want
bro, especially here lately. Since he did
I feel
that
like I know who you want to do.
last album,
And I don't want
what was it? The
Are you sure you
what was the one? What was the last album he just put out with the Cameron intro?
J. Cole?
Oh, the basketball.
Yeah,
basketball,
the fire.
flaming basketball thing. I know what you're talking about.
Ever since that album, I think his verses have went to another level. Like
He's in another. Yeah,
he's rapping in a whole nother zone. Like everything I've heard since that album, as far as his verses, he has body.
He's reminding me of Kendrick before Damn. If we're being honest, not post To Pimp Butterfly, but like before Damn, when we're getting like a lot of hard like.
Yeah,
verses.
Cole has not missed to me, but I'm interested to see because I didn't really like that last album.
Yeah.
But like I could appreciate his rapping because the thing to me about Cole has always been his beat selection.
Yeah.
It's never been anything other.
Yeah, he's our Nas. So
It's crazy because they are the same nigga when it came to that. Even though
they're the same.
people was Cole killed him for that record he had with Timbaland back in the
I've been going crazy.
Omi, with Genuine, you know the
Yeah,
record?
he would brought it up on the Let It to Nas song.
Yeah,
I let Nas.
but I
talk.
like that record. Yo, Cole, that was not the song to pick, bro.
But no, he was
I know
basically
what he
saying
said. Like you went for
I made
a
the
commercial.
single, and then
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
my single.
Yeah,
so
yeah. But anyways,
I let Nas down.
yeah. So I would say musically, fuck.
I
I don't want to say he's overrated.
The reason I say overrated is because of the fandom surrounding it, and I
Yeah.
think that like when we look at
Oh, yeah.
when I look at J. Cole and the big three conversation, because you can't like not have a talk
He's
about
last.
any of them. He's last, and he's going he's last. It's not like one of the things where like we're debating if he's not like he's last, and I feel like that's one of the things.
You know what we never talk about when it comes to the big three, obviously because it's not in the big three. But who's the fourth? Like we have not had a solidified fourth conversation.
You just don't want to admit
Well,
it.
because that's the rotating seat. 4 and 5 are rotating seats.
Well,
Who's that?
He doesn't want to admit it, but it's Big Sean.
It was Big Sean
I
for a
admit Big
while.
Sean.
It
I
was.
know. I will
It
admit
was.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it is today at all, but it was at one point.
Yeah. At one point it was Sean.
At one point, it was definitely Sean.
But who's the rotating? He says rotating. Who's the rotating
think-
between?
Today,
I'll say Wale's underrated too.
Wale is underrated.
Let's put that out there before we. So he would be.
I think while he's an underrated rapper, his albums are overrated. I don't. There is not an album that he has that I'm like, yo, put that shit on.
I'm not
bro.
gonna say-
Ambition was hard.
I'm not gonna say overrated because
Ambition was hard.
People talking about Wale
It was
albums.
fine.
It was like that firm, like a firm mattress.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
That's how hard it was.
if there was gonna ever be an opportunity for him to like jump tiers, that album was his like springboard. To me,
I mean, that was got him to the mainstream.
yeah.
for
Like,
sure.
that was
Lotus
a-
Flower Bomb, bro.
he can make a hit.
He can, especially with R&B artists.
Yeah.
He's good at that. I didn't say he don't have good
Yeah,
songs.
he could definitely make a hit.
He could definitely make a hit. No Hands. That was a great record.
Yeah.
Was it?
Wasn't that Roscoe's?
Yeah,
he was
but
the hook on the hook. It was
Yeah.
Waka's
And
song.
he has
It was
like
Waka song.
a
Okay.
super memorable verse. He's a super memorable.
Yeah.
Who?
Waka.
I
mean Wale. Yeah,
Wale,
we did the same thing.
Right.
Wale's verse was super memorable.
Yeah, look my no hands.
Because I feel like his was like the third least favorite one.
I hated Roscoe Dash verse.
Really?
Yeah.
I like the hook.
But you know what? I might be a little biased because we had did a dance to Roscoe's part. So I think I just was hyped up
We
on
just like
that.
the walk.
Shorty upgrade from bologna. I was
Yeah.
not with that. I was not.
Nah,
with
I was
nah.
fucking with it.
But I will
Yeah, I was
tell
like
you
17.
that. I feel you.
the greatest thing to me Roscoe Dash did was that Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay record.
That's just
Oh,
hard,
yeah.
bro.
That is a phenomenal
Because on
record.
paper you're
Yeah.
like, what is this?
Yeah,
And then
top
you
to
like-
bottom.
Yeah, you're like, yo, this shit
Phenomenal
hard.
record. Slept on record.
It's
That was a
it's like-
perfect
It's the
song.
thing that shouldn't have
Perfect
worked, but
song.
it did.
It worked. Amazing. I love that beat too, bro.
Yeah.
Even like
And this was all
everything.
inspired by some little Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, crazy. Kanye
That song
body
actually
came-
made me
was in the
try
car, bro.
Chardonnay. And Chardonnay's disgusting as fuck, by the way.
Yeah, well.
But it made me try
That's a
it.
sponsorship right there. Look at that.
Yeah, well, look, there's a lot of people. We
Chardonnay
still
is
waiting on
sponsored
Charlie.
this shit.
They, you know, and I hope y'all don't.
We've had socks, we've had beer, we got Ecam.
We had we were supposed to roll out our shorts thing. We never did.
No, it's on the links on it, but we just don't ever talk about it.
We
Bamboo
have
Ab-
a sponsorship. with
Bamboo
these-
Ab shorts, yeah.
We never talk
Ecam
about
Live.
It's crazy. We out here in these streets.
It's not,
man.
but it's not a thing where we had to talk about it though.
Yeah.
I felt like we
It's just
should.
a- it's just a
to let
affiliate
niggas
link.
know. We got shorts, nigga.
We don't have them.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
the-
we sponsored by
shorts.
niggas.
yeah,
that
they got
shorts.
shorts you can buy.
All
on
type
our
of
link.
inseams. Like when that conversation was happening on Twitter about like how short can your shorts be or whatever?
They decided to do both.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We should have.
You can pick which one you want.
We good. Anyways, Cole, we're all saying
Music over, person under.
okay.
Because I think how he.
And Dalton, we can end it on you because you said you got one you really want to do.
Because it's what I always like to talk about because people get really heated about it.
I already fucking know.
Eminem.
Eminem.
Yeah. I make people mad. People get mad at me all the time, but yeah. I think Eminem is overrated. But
I will say this: he has a similar problem to J. Cole for me when it comes to music.
does he?
His
Okay.
record, his beats are trash to me.
Okay.
But look, he only had to do one verse for me and be like, I don't give a fuck what he
What,
says.
Renegade?
Fuck no.
Oh.
He did not body Hove on Renegade. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Oh, you're doing Forgot About Dre?
Yes.
Okay.
That was the one verse for
Yeah.
me that I was like, yo, nigga, you could say, he could have said poop dee scoop before yay. And I still would have been like, bro, forgot about Dre verse. I don't give a fuck.
Look, I didn't say he can rap, but is he under or overrated? I know he can rap.
He has, okay, in that case, then he has a similar
Because
problem.
now how long has he been in the game? It's
He
been
has a
long
similar
time.
problem to Beyonce. I feel like he's
I was
rated.
finna say,
yeah,
it's the
he's
Beyonce
rated
thing.
accurately for his skill.
Don't put him in the
But
same
his
bubble as
fandom-
Beyonce.
No, not in the same bubble, but the same sentence of what we used for her.
Yeah.
That, well, not we, him, because she's goated.
She's
But
goated, but her fans,
What you're saying about Eminem, he's rated accurately by
And
the
I like
by the
Eminem's
people that
first
listen
two
to him.
albums. a
I
lot.
think that
course you do,
Eminem
white man.
stands, I often find that they're not very cultured. And I think that usually leads to me being like, your opinion's not super valid.
I feel like, okay,
To
I
the
agree.
stands of him, not saying like.
I agree. That same sentiment when it comes to Beyonce. When they overrate her, it's new blacks that are overrating her like this. Kill me.
Insane.
But you understand what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying, but I can't agree with the Beyonce point. But I hear what you're saying.
It's the same thing to me. Like if,
It's not the same.
It's not. It's
if white people are not cultured enough to say that anybody's better than Eminem in rapping because he's white.
because that's probably as far as their rap.
Yeah, that's
Listening
that's
goes.
How far their rap sheet goes.
New blacks.
But you're saying it like as if Beyonce's fan base is only new blacks.
No. I'm saying the ones that rate her like OD
But
crazy.
it's older blacks that also do the same thing with her.
I think
I don't know
Beyonce's
any older. What's older? Like what do you
Like my
40,
grandma liked
50?
Beyonce, nigga.
I'm not saying Granny can't like Beyonce. I also don't think if you have to ask her, is it like Tina Turner or Beyonce? I don't think she pick a B. That's just me. I don't know. We're not gonna go there. All I'm saying is the new blacks.
She wouldn't have picked neither. My grandma listened to gospel.
Hey, Proud Mary is a Negro spiritual though. So anyway,
So how do you feel about Eminem?
I said he's rated accurately. His fan base like
Okay.
do all that extra
Okay.
shit that you don't really need. That's how I feel.
That's crazy.
Sue me.
I have to say rated. I have to say rated only because
I said the same thing. He's rated.
I'm not sitting here talking to anyone that like listens to Eminem or like hears Eminem super regularly.
Right.
Right? Like and that's just like the bubble that I'm in, right? But like again, people outside of that who do listen to Eminem avidly, I'm not usually like your opinion's that valid. And then on top of that, results are results.
Results are results.
He's in these conversations for a reason.
I also don't understand
That's
how
not
you
for
can
it.
have Alchemist signed to your label and just don't get him to make your albums.
There's a lot of shit from his record label that doesn't make any fucking
At
sense.
all.
He did sign 50 Cent though, so shout out to him.
Yeah, because come on.
Like I said, he can rap.
He also signed Westside Boogie, and that's my favorite rapper. Favorite-ish rapper.
He's very hard. I wish he would sign with somebody else, but
He's doing
Because Kendrick's my number one favorite rapper, and then Boogie's right
Oh,
behind
for
him.
real? Like all time, or
All
just
time.
like right now? Yeah.
All time.
Okay, I feel you.
yeah, she
I'm not mad at that.
loves Kendrick though.
I get it.
Very much.
I'm not mad at that.
I love Kendrick as well.
It's difficult to have that many, like kind of classics.
Did you say your favorite rapper?
No.
Because I know you're more into alternative and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I'm into like a lot of different genres. So I don't even like.
do you have a favorite rapper?
I don't know.
Or even the top 3?
So what's your favorite genre of music?
Rap. Today it's rap for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Next would be like indie alternative music.
Okay, so past the favorite rapper, do you have a favorite like
Do you like
band,
Strawberry Guy?
the musician?
Strawberry Guy. I don't think
I'm gonna send you a song.
He's hard though.
Put me on.
Yeah.
Send me some
But
lyrics.
yeah, any favorite musician, anything that you like stamped?
That's just like goated.
Because me and him is always Jay-Z for me and him, no matter what.
I feel you.
But my favorite artist of all time is Miles Davis. So like that's
I
where
get
I'm at with it.
I
So.
get you. Dude. I should be more ready to answer these type of questions. But I listen to so much new music. Like I listen to new music literally every day. So it's one of the things where like I try not to like focus on any one artist too
While
much.
we're talking about new music, let me just. Don Toliver's album is overrated.
Oh, you're tweaking.
That is cool, but not for the. It's cool. It's just cool.
Speaking of Don Toliver, seeing on his promo, I never realized what he looked like.
Oh, really?
He doesn't. He's a weird looking guy.
And
What's
he is
he
a
look
very
like?
weird looking guy.
I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not
He's
mad
a
at y'all.
weird looking, but he pulled a baddie.
Very.
No, I ain't
his-
mad at that.
who's his baddie?
But I just saw the
Kelly
promo.
Uchis.
Yeah, Kelly Uchis.
I saw the
Oh.
promo
They've been together for a
and,
minute.
and I was
Oh,
like,
that's what
I
he
have never
looks
seen
like?
his face before.
Nah, that nigga look weird.
Swear to God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I never knew his face. I just heard his
He's from
voice.
Cali?
He should be in a Predator movie,
Yeah, he's
Stop it, bro.
like Alien Predator. Not
You're
like,
wild.
Now you
he
being
look-
mean.
But hey, I just sound like weird looking girls.
That album is
So,
hard. What, do you,
if I was gay-
what are you?
It's just I'm not saying it was bad.
It
was
just
like,
came out, so like you're gonna get the most hype and stuff right now.
It's crazy.
Give it.
I mean, can I say that like I'm looking at this picture of them together?
They look good together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Like
for
they're
sure.
it's like they're on brand.
But it's like weird looking good.
They're
guy.
in sync. Like even their albums just came out right next to each other.
Yeah.
They're both talking about
She's
love.
so
on
hard,
the
But
bro.
she's
She's
she
so
hard.
hard,
She
bro.
looks good. But Chris, you know how you were saying earlier, like you kind of like weird looking. You don't
Maybe
think
she
she look?
like, no.
You don't think she look a little weird?
Let me see her. Like for real.
early Cali more than newer. Like I've been listening to her for a little bit.
Like when her and Tyler was like running around, like they was
early
Tupac.
Cali is.
Yeah,
Cali's
that's
a little bit
honestly
better.
I,
She looks good.
that's
She
the
looks
bag
good.
I like her
She's
in.
yeah she.
She looks good. But I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
But
Oh yeah, okay, because she be serving body.
you
I
listen
think
to the Gorillaz album?
Oh, did you
Not
see
the
your boy?
not the
He
newest
dropped
one.
his
I didn't
album?
listen to the newest. It's good. It's well,
Dope.
the name threw me off. Cracker Island.
Yeah,
Dude, that threw me off.
it's one of the songs on there with Thundercat,
Yeah.
but it's not what you think. But
I was like,
yeah, the title I was like, what?
yeah, I didn't expect it to actually be, but like, I was like, that's weird.
But they have a song with Bad Bunny that is fucking bananas
That's hard.
though.
That's hard. No, that's hard.
That song is.
Shout out to Bad
That's
Bunny.
one thing I'll say I've always loved about the Gorillaz. Is like it's always a left field.
I mean, bro, because
Always.
they're big, one of the biggest songs with De La Soul of all
Yeah.
things. You're like, what the hell?
Oh, let's touch
Yeah.
on De La Soul right quick.
Wait, your boy dropped his first live album. Did you see right here?
My boy.
The
My boy.
Weeknd.
Oh, of course I didn't hear that shit. Because
Yo,
he's
I'm
soon
not
blocked.
a Weeknd fan.
He's blocked on all socials.
soon as it dropped on Spotify, I was like,
I
I,
don't like
have
The
to
Weeknd.
listen to this. I go to listen to it, and I was like, damn, I don't know if Dalton has affected me, cause I fuck with The Weeknd, I really do. So I kind of was excited. I'm listening to it, I was like, ain't no fucking way.
Mike Dean did a lot of
He sounded
shit.
so bad, and I went
hate
to.
that
I've
shit.
seen him in concert a few times, and I've always thought he sounded great.
Yeah.
This shit, this live at Sophie Stadium, absolutely
Wasn't
fucking
it?
not.
I think he's a good entertainer, but I just know.
No, even every part of it was just bad.
I
He
think
yells with a lot of reverb.
he defines pop star. But
See, and what I
it's
think
never
that
been
was
music
is
for
he
me.
had no
It's never been
reverb.
for
I
me.
don't like it.
Yeah, it's never been for me ever.
Well, thank you, because everybody always gets mad at me
No, I
for that one and not liking Take Care, but those were two.
You don't
No, that one is crazy.
don't like Take
You're
Care.
not fucking with
No.
The Weeknd, cool, but not like
Because
Take Care is
it's
crazy.
weekend influence. I don't like that shit.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't really like singing Drake though, so that's kind of my.
That's
Getting bodied by a singing nigga.
crazy.
Okay,
But
my
I
bad,
do like
my
Feel No
bad.
Ways,
Christopher.
Controlla.
Fiona Ways is one of his best songs ever.
Yeah, I
Feel No
know.
Ways is
Feel No
definitely
Ways.
Jungle.
I should be
That's a good song.
downtown living on the
Way
way
to
to
you.
you. Nah, he bodied that shit.
That's
He
just.
did.
That beat's crazy too.
I do that shit on karaoke, bro.
That
I'm
shit.
on here.
De La Soul though, Dalton, you wanna?
Yeah. So, well, first off, shouts to them in general because they got their masters back. They got all their shit on
Yeah.
streaming now. Because their catalog has been hard to get. Like Tommy Boy Records has been like holding that shit lock and key. And they have some good shit.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I like their third album is amazing. Balloon Mind State,
Yeah.
phenomenal. But unfortunately, right before it was released, Dave from the group, basically their frontman,
True Goy.
passed away.
Did they say what it was from? Because he was like he was young.
It was a medical issue. I think heart related, I believe. But yeah, he passed away right before their catalog released. Crazy enough.
So they had got their masters, but
Yeah.
they didn't release.
Until March 1st.
Yeah, and then he passed before.
right before it happened. Yeah, which
Rest in peace.
is fucking crazy. But
R.I.P. to Trugoy, man. I'm gonna be honest. De La Soul is not in my wheelhouse.
yeah,
But of course, rap music, hip hop. Everybody knows me, myself, and I. So it's
that's why I'm happy because people can actually like listen to their work because like they were kind of like that group that was like kind of stuck in the middle because like Tribe was there.
It was one of the things. If you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't,
Yeah, because then Tribe was there. Like
Yeah.
Tribe was Tribe, bro.
Yeah.
Like it was hard to like because New York was like bubbling. Like you had
Going
all
crazy.
these groups, Gangstar. You had all these people going out. So like they were kind of like stuck in that weird realm, and they've always kind of been there. And they have good shit. Like they really do. And they worked with a lot of big people. I mean, we just talked about they did the Clint Eastwood with Gorillas, man. Like that was a huge record.
Beautiful record.
Chappelle Show.
Yeah, I mean, I love De La. I'm glad they're back available. Definitely got to check out all that shit. Anything crazy?
Stop. Sorry, I just had to get the video.
Nah,
I was
feel
in
that.
the zone.
I wanted to do the same thing, but got to get TikTok jumping. I wanted to chill out.
Any
I'm gonna have to do that again.
anything else happened? I don't know if anything else crazy happened.
Oh no, there's a lot of shit crazy happening. Wait, we got the topics, nigga. Are we talking about
Well, I
something
don't
else?
have all day, bro.
Oh,
You know I'm married, bro.
we all right now.
I'm married, dog. You just think I can
Okay, so I'm gonna run off like the little mini ones or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do anybody feel like pussy is a gift in here? That pussy is a gift.
Pussy is a present. No, pussy is a gift, but it's not a present.
That's deep.
I hear you. I hear you.
Like, it's a gift. Like, pussy is great. But do not put a bow on that shit and give it to me as a present.
Ever.
Put the pussy on the pedestal.
Yeah. I mean, you
don't
could,
do
yeah. But it's Valentine's Day. Bitch, I get pussy. We fuck every day. Give me something else.
I
Stop playing.
for sure appreciate you, Shorty. I for sure appreciate you. It's never that. Don't ever give it to me. Nah. I'm
Yeah.
always appreciate it.
I wasn't recording.
I'm always appreciate it, but 24/7 I'm gonna appreciate it. So on this special day,
I want a fucking gift. Stop playing with me.
Don't do that.
Pussy is not a gift. Sorry, not sorry. It might be a gift for you though, Dalton.
I'm married, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Everything about my wife's a gift.
No, that's not why I'm saying it.
Great answer.
I'm saying
Great
because
answer.
you're married, it don't come as frequent as it used to because y'all got responsibilities and
I'll
kids
go as
and
frequent,
shit.
baby. That's it.
It's
Available all the time, baby.
Oh, because you know you hear.
24/7.
Honestly, I don't know y'all sex
In-house
life,
pussy. What you mean?
but I'm saying, I guess maybe in the younger generation, like y'all kind of broke that as married
How
couples
long
go.
have y'all been married? If you don't mind me
We'll be married 3 years in July.
asking? Okay. Do you think it's like slowed down for y'all, or y'all? Like,
No.
But
Exactly.
okay, but you know, like
Exactly.
in the movies and like, they were like,
Yeah,
oh,
they
we
say-
don't
Because you
have
live in
sex.
such a fantasy world. Come back down to reality, baby.
This ain't a movie. Okay,
It's not a movie, dog.
look.
Sorry.
Do we have sex every day? No.
Of course not. Nobody has sex. Well,
Some people try to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fuck every day.
Me too. It's really hard.
Look,
Like,
the
bitches be tripping.
I don't want to go too far in my sex life, but
Y'all have frequent sex.
yes.
Okay, that's
but we
how
do
that-
it like we'll both initiate at random times. That's why it's like, oh, spread. Oh, okay.
Right. That's good.
Oh,
I just thought being
oh, the
married.
shower.
real quick.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Again, movies. Obviously, I don't have very many married
Pussy for
friends.
breakfast? You shouldn't have.
Yeah, but that's just not a gift. Like,
Man, I'm
don't.
hungry. I want to go eat.
Don't tie it up as a bow and present that to me for my
Yeah,
present.
we don't do nothing like that.
Women are gifts, but the pussy's not.
It's not a present. Yeah, that's why I said pussy. It's a gift. It's a blessing. Thank you. God did what he was doing. He created that. But don't give sex as a gift.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
weird.
It's just
That
like,
is very weird.
It feels lazy though.
I didn't
right?
want to get deep with it, but it is very weird.
Like,
just feels lazy,
but
too,
there are
like,
women that believe that.
I'm your gift.
Yeah. And it's and
Girl,
I
give
get
me my
that.
damn Luffy keychain and get out
Yeah.
of here. It's fucking
I feel like they're standing on that because like I feel like I'm the best thing that happened in your life, motherfucker. But you also gonna get gifts. I buy PlayStation 5. So what's good, ladies?
there we go. Shout out.
There's a
I'm buying
couple
PS5.
topics that we're not going to get to this week, but one I really want to touch on is just the last few weeks Michael B. Jordan has had.
Oh yeah.
First and foremost, I guess everything revolves around Creed 3. Mm-hmm. Dom and I went to go see it on Tuesday with her married friend. And
biggest sport opening weekend of a U.S. movie ever, man.
Shout out.
$100 million.
And it's his directorial debut.
This is his first
he's a
directed
director.
film.
Yeah, so
The film was nice. It was beautiful. Shot in IMAX.
I like all Creed movies. So
Yeah, I'm going back and watching them today. I started today.
Hold on, before you get into that deeply, on the car ride back when me and him went to go see it, he's sitting in the car and he's just like, it's just a what's the word? Continuity. He was so confused.
Yeah.
Pause.
But I watched it today, so now I'm up. Okay, but yeah, go ahead.
He was so confused. He was like, well, how does this and how is that? Nigga didn't watch the first 2 movies.
I haven't seen it.
And sat there, but he sat there questioning about the third one. Like, why did that happen? Why is this happening? This is a continuity
jumped into the
issue.
Look, because Creed came from Rocky. You know.
Yes.
So,
But you
It's
didn't. You were
Apollo Creed's
asking
son.
questions, and you said that the movie had all these issues without watching the first 2
I
to
just
tie the
I didn't
pieces.
say they had all issues. I just
That's
had,
so crazy how easily you'll backtrack on shit. Nigga, I was in the fucking car.
I'm not
You
backtracking.
asked me.
There was one
was
continuity issue.
It was more than one.
that spanned.
And you stayed confused in the car.
Around the whole
and you was like,
thing.
this is confused in my mind. Like, in my mind, I'm confused about this.
One continuity issue we addressed was obviously is Felicia Rashad.
Felicia Rashad.
I thought it was
Felicia.
whatever. Anyways,
care how it's
I
spelled.
had my first question was, is she supposed to be Apollo Creed's wife from the Rocky movies? Diamond said yes. They just switched out the actresses. Okay, cool, makes sense. Felicia Rashad, bigger name, whoop-de-whoop. My next question was, which I said there was one child, but there was 2.
I said that there were 2.
In the Rocky, the movie, well, it was Rocky 3 when he died, right? 4.
He is his illegitimate son.
Right. Okay. So that I didn't catch all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't watch the first one. I know Diamond is a Creed, more Michael B. Jordan fan.
Sure.
So I was asking her about the movies because I know she's seen them.
I'm a Creed fan more than I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan.
Okay, there we go. All right. I stand corrected once again. All my continuity issues came from that instant. Nothing else. I just wanted to know.
That's my point. You
And
didn't
then
watch the first one. It had issues
where
when
the
you could
older
have just
kids
easily watched the
they were
first one
mentioned in the movie, but never shown.
because it wasn't
They're-
about them.
His legitimate kids with Felicia Rashad, but it's about not. But that was my issue. Anyways, I thought you were gonna talk about what I.
No, I just wanted to point out to them that you had issues with a movie
That I didn't
without
see.
watching the first
But
two,
I-
and sat in the car and was like,
Picking it apart.
this is my mind. This is what I'm deciding."
No, I had questions and you answered them.
I
didn't
did.
argue with you about it.
I didn't tell you. I said what you said. You literally was like, "But it's a continuity issue in my mind."
Old married couple.
We are an old married couple.
All right. Anyways, get back to the shit. The movie was great. Do you plan on seeing it?
I was thinking about watching it. I haven't seen the first 2. Same thing.
Okay.
I don't
Do you
be
have
watching,
Amazon?
like, movies
The
like that.
Prime? Or the
I think I might have a
streaming service?
login. I might have a login.
Yeah, the first 2 are on there. That's how I'm catching up. I
Okay,
saw
good.
the last one first. I'm going back catching up. Actually doing it that way makes me way more invested. And I will say this about Michael B. Jordan. I know I gave him some flack up here. He's not that bad. He's not that bad of an actor.
We figured out what's wrong with his act.
Killmonger took me all the way out. And Dalton tried
It was the hype about Killmonger that took you out. Cause
also like Heath Ledger, Joker stat. Like niggas, shut up.
okay, no.
He
Shut
did the whole
up.
method
I didn't
acting
say
thing
that.
for that, and it was
No, not
just
you. I'm
just
just
wild.
saying,
It was a
like,
wild
the hype
situation with the
around it.
Killmonger
You
shit.
didn't say that.
I remember him talking about him doing the method.
Yeah, I went to a
That
dark
was-
place.
that was
It took me a
crazy for
long
me.
time.
I was walking around, mean mugging people and pushing
I was
people
like-
around.
Like, nigga, you had 17 lines. You
Like,
did way
for
too
real.
fucking much.
Hi, auntie. The ad lib that made it, nigga. That was one of your.
However,
17
I told him in the car, the one line he did kill was like, "Is this your king?" That was the best.
Is this your king?
I think
That
it
was the best
like-
part.
Look again.
Iraq.
I think a lot. I think a lot of new blacks hyped that first Black Panther movie.
Kris, you love to say new blacks, bruh.
Okay, anyway.
Look, John Legend, Anthony Mackie, white people's macaroni and cheese, and new blacks.
Not
They
my
are on
macaroni
my
and
hate
cheese.
list.
Your Mount Rushmore hate.
Bro, there's nothing I hate more, nigga. There's nothing, bro. I had women break my phones, steal money. I I've had all type of shit
That was
done.
crazy that was the first two things that he named.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like I should hate people about type shit like that. There's nothing I hate more. White people macaroni. Michael B.
You eat my macaroni, though.
You make some good mac?
Yeah, of course. I didn't cook at his family's house. I could cook, bro.
What's my white
Stop.
macaroni?
He's trying to play me
Anthony
now.
Mackie. John, did I say John Legend?
You said
John
John
Legend.
Legend.
And goddamn
New Blacks.
New Blacks. But them New Blacks might be number one. Might be.
You're not gonna sit here in
But-
front of me and
No,
on Beyonce's internet.
Don got white soul. He's like
Okay.
he's like Hall and Oates.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
He got a little bit of what's my man name? I keep forget. He got a little
Michael McDonald. Bro.
Michael McDonald in him. You know what I'm saying? He got a little white soul. Phil Collins, if you want to give him a little edge.
All right, let's get back to.
All right. Creed 3. Great movie. I asked you if you were going to see it because I didn't want to spoil anything. This is what
you
I
can
will
spoil
say.
stuff from it. I'm not sure though.
I don't really. I'm not going to spoil it because
It's
like
a boxing movie. The only spoiler is like who won.
not really. Not even that. Like we talked about it. Yeah, I was wrong. I thought Creed was going to lose.
I knew he wasn't going to lose. I knew he
but-
was going to lose in the
You
first
think
two.
I was like, you think he's gonna lose the
But
movie he directed?
honestly,
In the last one,
honestly, I thought it was going to be initial fight then a rematch fight. I know
Has
they
he
did
lost
that
in
in
any
the.
of his movies?
He lost
Yeah.
yeah, his first one.
his
first
first
one?
big fight. He
Okay,
lost
okay.
that one, which was the end of the movie fight.
he lost the battle, but he won the war, or he won.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
won the
It was
fight
Rocky.
of
It was
respect.
Rocky.
Yeah, he won
basically.
respect.
He knocked the boy down, and then he was like, "You the future of the sport," but I
Yeah.
won.
Yeah,
He won.
by
Oh,
split
dude won.
decision. Though.
And then in the second one, he fights Drago, which is the one who killed Adonis.
Yeah.
no, killed Apollo.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Apollo.
I
But
was like, he is Adonis.
sorry.
He did kill that first fight. I tweeted like he
But-
was trying to
so,
murder this nigga.
Like Drago beat him up, but he lost the fight from a technicality.
Okay.
so
So they have
Creed
a rematch.
still won that fight.
So he wins twice in the movie technically.
Yeah.
He wins for real in one, and then like wins technically in the first.
So in the
fight.
third movie, his first fight is against the guy he lost to in the first movie, and he beats him.
Oh, he came back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just for that.
because he got kicked out. Remember, he was like he
Pretty
hit
Ricky
somebody.
But no, it was I thought it was the rematch, right?
No, because
No.
in Creed 1,
It was a rematch.
the guy he
Wait,
fights,
hold on. I'm lost.
'Cause in
He won in the third one. He won. He fought twice and won both.
Because
of those
in Creed
third one.
1, the guy he fights, that was his last fight because he
Okay,
He was
so
retired
maybe it was
because it was
the-
he was
Conlon.
getting kicked out of.
maybe
But
it was-
Conlon was back. He was Conlon was finna fight the other dude.
Drago.
But what's his name?
But they
Wait.
we don't look. We continuity.
Somebody
we-
got their hand. It's not continuity. We're just
Yeah.
fucking up on the names. Somebody, one of them got both of them were in it though. Both the niggas that he fought were
Yeah.
in this third
Right,
one.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But they were cool with bro.
Yeah.
So ultimately, the film is the
Because he's a retire, right? Adonis retires in the movie.
He
Yeah.
retires.
Yeah.
that fight was his last fight. He won it.
battle
He
in
won.
LA, right?
Yeah, he was like the
No,
number
the
one.
battle of LA was him and
Jonathan
Jonathan
Majors.
Majors.
That's what I'm saying.
That the fight.
That's the last fight. That was his fight. He retired. In the beginning of the movie, he fought, and then he retired. So the whole movie was him retired. And then he came out of retirement.
to fight.
This nigga pulled a fucking plane. That shit pissed me off so bad.
I'll say this about the film. Finally, I was
fucked
telling
up. Wow.
Diamond. I felt like each scene. I'll tell Dawn this on the way here, but each scene that Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan shared.
Yeah.
Obviously, Jonathan Majors is a Renaissance man at this point.
He's going crazy.
Every
Hometown
si-
kid, baby.
every even though he wasn't born here though.
Still, he
lot of
he
people-
went to
a
Cedar
lot-
Hill. That's all I care about.
A lot of people think he was not.
Where is he
I
born?
didn't say he was born here.
I
He went to Cedar Hill though.
don't
Facts.
remember
Where you went to high school? Where you from?
Yeah, I was like, you.
But every scene that they were in was so tense.
Yeah.
Like
I appreciate that tension though, and in interviews, because I haven't seen any of the movies, but in interviews they look like they have a really good chemistry.
They
Like,
do.
fuck-
They
fuck
do.
with each other.
He was born in California.
there you go. So, but the
You know what part? You know what part? Does it say like what city?
Barbara County.
Okay.
the scenes were so tense between them two in a sense of like at any moment
These niggas finna swing
He
on
gets
each other.
like Jonathan
Jump
Majors
out.
was gonna pop off.
Yeah.
You know, he was
I
institutionalized.
told
think
you,
he was in there
quiet
for like
intensity. He kills
18
quiet
years
intensity
or some shit like that.
every time.
Behind some shit that he blamed Michael's character for. You know what I'm saying? So he came out like humble though. Yeah. Like it wasn't like you the reason why I went to jail initially. You know what I'm saying? So he played his role because he had an end goal in mind, which he somewhat achieved. But as far as the acting goes, it's superb. Tessa, all phenomenal.
Every
you know
time.
What I'm saying? Their daughter in the movie, great because she's deaf. If you watch the second film, you find out when she's born, like she can't hear or whatever. And me and Diamond took ASL. It's just hard. You know what I'm saying? So for them
to doing sign language in like a trailer or a clip or something, but I did not know that was
cool. So Tessa's character was becoming hard of hearing, and eventually she was going to lose.
Yeah, she was going to go deaf,
hearing.
And she's a musician in the first one, so she's like, I'm running against time here.
Yeah, so she has hearing aids and all that, throughout the first two films, and their daughter was born deaf because it's hereditary. That's crazy. So the signing in it was, I appreciated that, knowing that we took that class, and the teacher that taught that class took that class very seriously. It wasn't like some fuck off class for her. Like she really,
was passionate about it. Shout out to Ms. Laux.
Shout out to Ms. Laux. But the film, for it to be Michael B. Jordan's first movie, there was some pacing. You all right? You all right there, baby girl? Went down the wrong. Yeah.
You said there's a pacing issue?
There was some pacing issues.
Generally, that's from editing, though. They cut shit out.
Yeah, towards like the build up to the fight. Stephen A's role in the film was like, okay, we build. This part, fight. That was it. There wasn't a real build up to the fight. It was just, okay, so this is what happened. Homie gets out of jail. He finds Mike or Creed, and he was like, yo, I want my shot, because he was like baby golden gloves before he went to jail or whatever. Yeah. Mike wasn't boxing. Creed wasn't boxing. He was more like his towel boy type shit. But they was homies, like group home type shit. He goes to jail. I'll leave that part out why. He gets out. He was like, look, I don't want no handout. I just want a shot. He's like, let me get a title fight. Like, I've been practicing while I was in jail. Wooty-woo. At first, Creed like, bro, I can't just throw you into the ring like that. Because now Creed's role in the beginning, he's become like a promoter, like an Oscar De La Hoya type of figure. Yeah. Like, he's putting fights together. He has fighters that work out at his gym. Wooty-woo. Yeah. So he was like, all right, let me just bring you in to spar with these niggas and shit. See where you at. And something happens to the main event card where one of the fighters can't fight. So they was like, well, shit, we ain't got no options. Let's throw him in there. He ends up beating the guy, but he's a dirty fighter. But he beats him, but it was dirty.
It was dirty as fuck.
So he ends up, it was the title fight. Like, nobody expected him to win.
Belt.
He gets the belt.
Yeah.
Off rip, like his first fight out of jail. So he gets the belt.
And he gets a bag from that shit.
Yeah,
damn.
so
he did.
He, his Creed's mom ends up being like, yo, that boy played you. And she gave him the proof type shit. So Michael B. Jordan, Creed, he go confront him. And he was like, nigga, I played you. You got to live with that shit or fight me about it type shit. They ain't no get into a little scuffle on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And then basically, to be honest, this is where I get a little like, Creed was going to like ease his way back into fighting to fight him. He went on the Stephen A. Smith show. Jonathan Major's character calls and he's like, you a bitch. You living off your daddy name. Run it. Michael B. Jordan was like, run it. So, boom.
They ran it.
Just like that. Literally.
Sounds good to me.
Well, okay, so the issue was
the pacing of it,
so it was kind of like we didn't really get to watch them like beefing. We just watching them being friends.
Yeah.
And we seeing like, okay, him doing this. Like you could kind of tell that, like he said, the tension. Yeah. You could tell that there was some like ulterior motives with old boy. Like you could just feel, because like he was even doing some shit with, he pulled Tessa to the side and told her some shit.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to like
I thought they
Dirty
did.
Mackin over there.
Yeah, they kind of had it like that, like because he kept like making little sly shit, but you could just tell he had ulterior motives.
Yeah.
So, but they still had them showing as friends, as opposed to I would have rather seen more time with them beefing, because it literally went from them being friends. The fight happened.
So you a bitch.
Run the fight, and then it went into the whole training montage where like they're both like you're watching them, do the little training thing, and then it's the fight. So it wasn't a bad film. It was just the pacing and timing of everything.
Which Dalton said that makes sense. Like most films' problem
They
is
cut out a
editing.
lot of shit most of the time.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they get to the final part, they're like, yeah, it's too long. Cut that shit out.
Yeah.
And that I understand that wholeheartedly, but it would have been better if they had it.
Because for them to build up that tension,
and do nothing with it.
I'm at the edge of my seat tension. Like every time, like Kalani was performing in the show, movie because
She's one of Tessa's artists.
Tessa's like gives her music now because she can't sing because of her hearing thing.
She can't perform on stage because she heard.
Yeah, so it's like they were there and like it was the intensity of that. Like Mike just walked up to him because he was standing at the bar and it was like, let's get a drink, whoop de whoop. But there was still so much tension. Like, not a lot of words, but it was body language.
Onto it.
You know
Because
what I'm
even when he
saying?
got into like, they had a whole thing where they're like, oh boy was talking shit about Michael. They never actually showed it. All it was, Michael went on the show and oh boy was like, hey, this nigga said your mom's a bitch, you live for the form. Like, they didn't say that exactly, but he was just like, yeah, he out here calling you a fake and a fraud, and that's literally all we see of the beef.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's all I
overall,
need to hear though.
yeah,
Nah.
overall,
Fake.
It would have made
Catch
it,
these hands,
but it would have made it better. It
Yeah,
would
I
have
know,
just taken it.
You want them like really having pure animosity.
Give me a reason,
Yeah.
on, like now, because now the
to
beef
be
look fake.
invested in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he never outright blamed
And then they
Creed
took
for
a
the
long
reason
time
of why
to,
he went to jail.
they
or
took a
not-
long time to reveal that.
You know what I'm saying?
And I
So-
get why they did. It's just y'all rushed everything at the end. Like, it's overall.
But it's still a really well directed film. Like you could
He
tell.
did really
This is
well
first
with it.
time, so you know.
And that Amazon is trying to greenlight fucking anime off of Creed.
Yeah, spin-offs
Yeah.
and shit, yeah.
A show about his daughter because his daughter likes to fight. So like, there's so many.
I thought that
different-
aspect was cute of it,
Yeah,
though.
that's very dope. Where they going with it? So I would, it got 2 thumbs up, even in roping, nigga. Facts. Go see that shit if that's what y'all.
I'm gonna see it.
I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, it's definitely a good film.
It was
Definitely.
pretty good.
There was also another little Michael Jordan, even though, we would have talked about this last week if we didn't have the tornado. Obviously, he's going out doing press for the movie,
Oh,
and
you
he
talking
runs into an
about
old
girl?
classmate who is now a on the rise, I would say,
Journalist.
radio host, journalist. She did a few podcasts with a couple of different.
Yeah, because it all started on that podcast, really.
Yes, so the interviewee, her name is L'Oreal, and she went to school with Michael B. Jordan.
In New
This ain't
Jersey.
nothing nobody know by this point in time. But basically, she went to school with Michael B. Jordan, and she said it was for like 1 year. They only were in class together.
Yeah,
for
but it
1
was in
year.
New Jersey,
Yeah,
and then it was on her podcast first. She was like, "I went to school with Michael B. Jordan, and we used to call him a
well,
a
she
nerd or
never
something."
said that she called him corny. Her co-host called him corny.
And then she was like, what you gonna do with that book? Like he would come to class with
With
a
his
book
headshots and all that
And
shit.
she said, what you gonna do with that shit?
Yeah.
Like, you're not going nowhere.
So the real question here, not so much like, was Michael B. Jordan in the right or wrong of how he handled that?
He was right because he still did the interview.
Yeah.
okay,
He was like, I'm the one you call corny, right?
He was like, yeah, the corny kid.
right.
And that's
But
it.
he kept his composure though. He didn't yell.
And he finished the interview.
He finished.
He
the
finished the interview.
He didn't yell. He
She
was
just
just
started
like,
being really
he-
kind of weird.
He was
like,
just basically be like, I know who you are, but
Yeah.
I'm out here. What's up?
Yeah,
I think it's how you come across saying it. I think you can say the same thing and not have the same look on your face. You need to act like you've been there before.
is that
But-
that's towards L'Oreal?
No, toward him. And I'm not mad at him saying that. Like, get your shit off. But I think he's a little too big to play that card, to like do the I know thing.
Yeah.
He's too big for that.
I mean,
But also,
You
it's
got a
kind of
Marvel
like,
movie, dog.
girl,
Like-
fuck you.
I feel you, but you too.
I feel, yeah. But I would have done it.
but
Someone
I
else.
also feel like, look,
In his shoes, I'd have done it.
some people liken it to the Will Smith Jada Chris Rock scenario to where
They compare
According
that?
to Chris
Yeah.
Rock, that's
How?
much deeper.
I'm
According
a
to Chris Rock, that's way deeper.
look, because I can make the correlation too, as far as Will
He didn't
Smith.
smack her.
But you hear so much shit about yourself through the media that you get a breaking point.
Yeah.
So Will slapping Chris, Mike being hearing that he's corny or yada yada, you confront those bullies or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I can agree why people would compare those two in the situations and how they each handle it.
I ain't comparing them, but
I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but it is confronting somebody who's been a bully to you.
I get what you mean as far as the confrontation. I think that there's a recent like Chris Rock stand up or something. And he talks about the Jada Pinkett thing.
Yeah. That shit was. I didn't see it,
I
but
didn't watch
what
it,
I saw.
I just saw the clip.
I seen we all seen just clips.
Yeah,
look,
Ass.
We seen what we needed to
Chris
see.
Rock is not funny, so like, he's not. He doesn't.
I'm not a comedy person. I'm really not. So like,
Oh, that's interesting.
yeah.
Chris Rock is not funny to me.
So like, what type
Never
of
been.
if you're not a comedy person, like what would you categorize your humor? Like, are you dry humor? Are you slap knee? Like,
I be thinking I'm funny
raunchy.
for sure. And I also I like funny shit.
Yeah.
I just don't like when people try to make me laugh.
Oh, okay,
I'm not a
okay.
fan of that. That like it
They
comes,
try to make you laugh. Yeah.
the fourth wall is broke for sure. Like I'm
So you like Chappelle then?
I like Chappelle's storytelling.
That's all his stand-ups really are, really. at
Yeah,
the
he
grand
just tells
scheme.
stories.
I don't find myself laughing at Chappelle often, but I like his storytelling a lot.
Yeah, I can
And
see.
I appreciate the humor, but again, it's not.
Right.
I'm not
So
laughing.
that's interesting. You're like, what's that girl name? The cartoon Drea. What's that show called?
Daria.
Daria. Drea's the black version.
That's why I looked up at you like, who?
Y'all know what the fuck I was talking about.
Hey, Drea.
I know what the fuck you said.
Yeah, but I mean, if they had a better relationship than like just high school, and he said that would have came off totally different.
Yeah.
Because I could play with like, me and Graham went to school together. And I was like, hey, bro, you remember you used to call me
I really
yada
think
yada.
it's that face that he made when he said it, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
you can,
straight
You
face.
can say some slick shit and like get
Yeah,
it off.
yeah.
Like he meant it, and you saw he meant it, and it
Yeah.
felt like that. And I'm not mad at that. Like that's how I'm gonna talk to somebody today. But again, it's
Yeah, I feel
And
you.
I get what you're saying, but it's also for me, I just be like, all of us still human.
It was his own premiere too, though. So
like, but that's why I'm saying
Yeah.
you shouldn't come off like. That's why I'm saying you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
Yeah,
Yeah. Hold yourself a little bit higher. But
Feel me?
I mean, he did finish. the
niggas
interview.
are niggas.
Yeah, he did. That's true.
He gave her 2 minutes 30 seconds. So
And then she finished the interview with saying, well, you're not a corny nigga anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I would have slapped her.
Yeah. I mean, that was the tit for tat for sure. But
Yeah.
it's
But
best
she
to avoid
handled
that
it well,
game.
though. I mean, as well as she
Yeah,
could.
I also think on her end, she had to handle it a certain way. Too.
Yeah.
She
Like,
had to, yeah.
She handled it really professionally. You know.
Yeah, she did, and I believe he did as well.
it's
I
not
mean,
like she
yeah.
didn't admit it too. So it's not like she was.
Well,
Like,
she-
oh, I didn't say that.
She
She
did
said
though.
she said she didn't say it. She
She
said
did
like,
it.
She's like, nah, we didn't say that. Like, and she didn't say it from the history of the podcast. At the same time, I feel like
I just feel like
oh man,
as people are going to be everywhere once things start working out for them. You know what I'm saying?
It
Like
happens, man.
it's who you know. Yeah.
you're going to come across somebody that you had a past with.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
That's why I always try to keep it like.
Cool.
Yeah, always. Like, there's people that coming up, I definitely handed my ass to.
Yeah.
Pause. That sounded bad, but
sounded
I said, what do you mean by that?
but
Most of
like
my shit you
giving
said.
them my ass to kiss. Like, fuck you, I'm better than you.
What do you mean by
Like,
that?
you'll never. Like I'll admit right here, right now, like when I was coming up in the scene or whatever, and it makes sound like an old nigga, but we doing this a long time.
Because you're not one of these new blacks.
Bingo.
Not really.
Nah, but these crit life niggas, I just didn't. We talked about this millions of
We
times.
really should have gotten to some Dallas rap shit. I would have loved that.
How much time you got? Nah, but I definitely was like, they came at me, I came at them. I dropped my. This is back when niggas was like just tweeting their address
Yeah.
of the
So I'll
timeline
send it to you. Yeah.
before DMing, I guess.
Yeah.
I definitely was like, pull up. And it was just me and Justin sitting outside my house for like 2 hours drinking, like, we got to be in the zone, bro, because we finna fuck these niggas. I thought they was really gonna come.
Yeah.
I was really, but you know, I hope they're doing well now. Obviously, that's when I was younger and shit. But learning from that experience, if that was even DJ Be My Friend, had beef with him.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
We all went on we did the tour, but who threw that tour? Who was that?
Oh, with the coast to coast shit.
We did a coast to coast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Bando was on it. He was actually, and not to like shade or shit or anything. This is just how it was set up.
Yeah.
Bando was actually on the tour. He had 3 cities
Yeah.
to pick, or 5, I think. Right? Y'all had already did 2, and then he had 3 more to go.
Yeah.
Yes, and then they invited Kris.
They invited me because at that time I just put out a project and it was doing.
Yeah, so
it
I
was
just
doing some
combined
things.
them.
Yeah.
I just combined them.
So the rest of Brandon's slots, I was able to pick the 5 cities I wanted to perform in.
Yeah.
So we ended up doing New York, Miami,
Cleveland.
and
North Carolina.
North
Charlotte.
Carolina. So when we get done off tour, you know, my homie Jesse, he was our videographer, still a videographer. Filmed it. We dropped it on Twitter, and it was like an hour. I was like, ain't nobody finna watch it. Especially like 20, whatever that was. Ain't nobody finna watch this whole thing. But he had DJ Be My Friend, best friend. Well, he had some shit to say, like, oh, y'all didn't go on a real tour. Y'all paid for that. And da-da-da-da-da. Y'all ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And because I was just celebrating the moment that I had with my Nick. Outside of music, even though music is what brought all of us together, like this is I watch his son. This is my real friend.
Yeah.
Brandon's my real friend. Jesse's my real friend. Jesse's my real friend.
Yeah.
And we drove. We didn't fly and shit. Like niggas had to change their schedules around to do
Make
that.
it shake. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we did that. We had fun, and we learned new shit. We met new people. We performed in front of a crowd that was not just Dallas. Be My Friend. You know what I'm saying? I found out what worked and what didn't work.
Yeah.
Like, I thought going to New York, we should do some hip hop shit. Turns out they like the South turn up shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh shit, I switched my whole set.
That show was awesome, though.
The New York show was phenomenal. Miami was phenomenal. Baltimore, that's the one we didn't say.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yes,
Baltimore was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
Yeah.
I was
This
scared.
boy, Kris, got out. He's like, hey, what's up, y'all? That's when I shot the wire, right? That's his intro.
Everybody was like, get off the show, nigga. Anyways, but got in beef with him. And he went to school with them. Like Justin and Dalton and Jesse.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, you know these niggas outside of like what we're doing. And
Yeah.
this is
Like,
what you
in
got.
real life, you know these people.
Yeah, so I'm like, you whack and you fat. And he was like, you got to come with some more the fat jokes, buddy. It's like, no, I don't. Fat jokes gonna work forever. Yeah. Anyways, but
Who said that?
but anyways, yeah, I definitely even M-Saw. Me and M-Saw had like a little tit for tat. I felt like he tried to give me his ass to kiss. I was like, nigga, do you know who I am? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's M-Saw. That's literally who he is.
I love him, so, bro. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I apologize to him. He's the first person that I ever apologized to because I understood what that was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was ego. It was ego for me, but that's genuinely who he is.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I can't be mad at nigga for who he is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not this person every day. Like, you turned me up.
Yeah, him and Celebrity beefed.
Oh, yeah, me and Celebrity had beef.
And then we brought him on the show.
Yeah, we're best friends now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's your man's right
That's
there.
my man's.
your
Pasa
yeah.
Pez. Hell
but they
yeah.
Brought him on the show.
The Yakubian.
So-
You know what I'm saying? That's my man's. But, yeah, I just learned to not piss people off, I guess, or think
I ain't had beef for nobody, so
every beef I had, I brought Dalton into.
that's true.
Like,
It's funny.
you got beef with me, go beat up Dalton about it.
It's like I don't know you, bro.
For real. But yeah. I don't blame Mike and I don't blame her. That's where I'm at with it. So yeah. All right. Yeah.
Fuck you, Kris.
I do blame R. Kelly.
Oh man. Damn. Yeah, that's a little deep, dog. God damn. Last question. This is my last one. Do you believe aliens are real?
Do I believe aliens are real?
Yeah.
Like deep space living on Earth.
Well, maybe not living, but definitely.
I think there's
visiting.
other life in the universe.
Okay.
I I think it's highly arrogant to think they were the only people here.
Bingo.
Agreed. I don't think.
I think we are the aliens.
To
But
somebody,
yeah, it's
somewhere.
pompous as fuck
something.
to think that we're the only people that live.
I just think it's highly arrogant.
Yeah.
No matter what text tells you, I'm just saying it's highly arrogant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If there's a whole universe,
we're probably
we're the only people here.
youngest creations in the universe.
Literally, with as big as like they tell us like that we're in speck inside of a speck and like how big the galaxy is. How the fuck we the
When
only
we
ones
talk
that
about
exist?
probability, the fact that like we're here, there has to be something.
There has to be. Why would we be the only ones?
Also, I would just like to say, I want to call out Christianity right quick.
Sure.
Oh,
Christianity has done more detriment to society than anything that I could think of, like right off the, like next to war and famine and shit. Like their fear mongering is elite.
Are you talking about pure Christianity? Or are you talking about Southern Baptists? Like, what are we talking about here?
both of them.
All of it, like if it whatever falls under the umbrella of Christianity, because they all practice the same thing. Like
I will
Christianity-
say
Well, no,
that
'cause-
black people don't question Christianity enough for me. That's all I'm
Let
gonna
me say this. Let me say I was legit nightmares, scared.
This is like
I shouldn't
a whole
have-
deeper conversation.
It is,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say that's
this goes into aliens and God and all that. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
off the bat, my mom, James Earl Jones, used to have cassettes.
on the Bible, right?
The Bible. He was
Yeah.
reading the Bible.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't get James Earl Jones
Darth Vader reading you the
to
Bible.
read the Bible.
Yeah.
That's scary, bro.
Yeah.
And my mother just so happened
and
to
the
be
Lord.
on Revelations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I
no,
was
Revelations
scared.
is scary, bro.
I was like,
To this day.
Yeah.
I'm like, but
this
see,
day.
what it did was it didn't make me like fearful of dying. It made me fearful of God. Like he really out here like
You're
this.
supposed to fear God, though.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, but not in the sense of like I'm talking about like Freddy Krueger scared.
Yeah,
not
you-
like
Yeah, you're supposed
not of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His
Never mind.
what's
I'm
it
not
called?
saying nothing.
omnipotent.
Not because of his omnipotence, but like
I seen him as a scary figure. Like I
Yeah.
was literally
Yeah.
scared of him.
yeah.
Not like the fear, like you know how like you fear like your
like,
I'm
parents.
not worthy and
Yeah.
respect. It was like
Because like how can that be the
terrified.
argument? But then it's also God hasn't given us the spirit.
Oh.
of fear. I
Look,
was scared of bro.
Look, I
was
get it
scared
all.
of bro.
I get it all.
I hear you. I'm with you.
not saying it didn't make me like believe. I got my rosary and my Jesus
Look,
piece on
That's crazy.
right now.
I love God. Shout out to God.
Look, yeah,
just
I
saying,
believe in a
like-
higher power,
Yeah.
but I do take teachings from all of them because they
You
all
should.
like because I've read the Quran, I've read the Bible. Like you should take things from everywhere because they're all from something, right? Like
Yeah.
all that stuff.
All the
But see, I
ideas.
just feel like me personally, I feel like it should be more about a relationship, your personal own relationship with
Yeah.
God, as opposed to a
Because-
religion. Because religions are there's over 200 something
it's
religions.
interpretation though. As
It's
well.
interpretation.
But also, it says in black and white, when you do eventually meet the higher power, the form will be whatever you think it will be. So like everybody will see a different version of what.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like everyone's going to get a different version
Like
in general?
yeah, like everybody's gonna
Like
have
not even just seeing like a different like life.
yeah, exactly.
less, like-
It'll be different for every single person by
Yeah.
how the view is,
And that's why I feel like that's why I don't really like religion is so
but
weird
I-
to me.
this. Yeah, it is because
organized religion.
especially now because
Yeah.
now they try to mix.
I'm tired of agreeing with you.
They try to mix
agreeable.
church
agreeable.
and state, which is also a big problem. You can't have church and state. It doesn't make sense. Politics and religion never match.
Yeah.
But
But they try to make it.
Which is that's what I was about to say. Chris's problem with the Christianity thing is right now, especially is all that, especially Southern Baptist Christianity is like just a front for white supremacy, like just straight up. Like they'll use the Bible to be like, this is why I'm racist. Like what? What the fuck are you talking about, bro?
God did not tell you to do that.
Type shit.
It's so bizarre to me, but like they'll do it and it works for a lot of people. It's super crazy.
This is how I think
Fear-mongering,
of
man.
it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
religion is a bunch of people standing around and they're pointing at something that we need to be focused on. But instead of people focusing on what we need to be focused on, they're focusing on the people that's pointing at it.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you can bring them facts. Like they'll be like, come as you are, and you'll be like, why aren't you dressed up for church?
Yeah.
What?
Because I woke up like
You just
this.
said it, come as you are, but now you worried about me not wearing a hat and shit. Like, or
But
like, I'm not
also,
wearing
I
a
do
suit.
get what they mean by come as you are. They be come as you are. Like if you're a sinner, come.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how I'm.
Yeah,
I'm here.
no.
The point.
The point is that I'm here. Like
you're not
I was
focused
able
that I'm
to
at
show up.
church. You're worried about what I'm wearing. That's what I'm saying. The church is like a toxic place.
I mean, also
generally.
because there's a difference between like church folks and Christians or
Yeah,
Very true.
I mean, self study is way more helpful for me.
I agree with that. For sure.
Yeah, like
I got
have
a relationship
I
with
have my
God.
own relationship with God.
But see, self-study, we can't. I'm not gonna say I made the mistake, but I did tell a friend's mom and his grandmother, like, "Yo, these Mormons pulled up on me and they gave me their book, and I started reading it, and they were like, "Oh no, baby, you gotta put that. That's nah." Don't
Mormon
make-
is the only one that's like.
I get it, but even if it wasn't just like
That one is purely man-made. It's very young. It's like in the 50s.
If it was the Quran, like, and I would have told them that, I feel like I would have got the same response
You would have.
because they don't want you to mix up ideals. And
I'm
shit
here to
like
tell you
that.
the Quran's dope.
Hey,
It is very,
I
very dope.
believe it. Shit, that
It's
guy
good stuff.
got it. Kyrie to Dallas.
That's not what happened, but okay.
All right, yeah, but no,
Christians gonna say anything.
I was curious about the alien thing because all these shits being shot down around us, and they're like,
Yeah, I mean,
out insane.
of course.
I don't think those were like aliens, but I do.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
if they did, of course, they're not gonna be like, "Yo, aliens are here, motherfucker," because that would cause mass panic. They're not gonna do that.
Do y'all ever question like how am I real?
Oh, like our
Like
mortality and
simulation
shit.
stuff? Like the
Just in
simulation
general, like
type-
I just be sitting at home like, damn, how are we real?
I say
Ma-
off the,
How
Before
do we
before I
exist?
had my son, yes.
I say off the wall shit,
I fuck with that.
but I don't question my reality that much.
I be questioning the shit out of my
I
reality.
did before my son was
And the only reason why I don't question my reality that much is because my head's in the clouds anyways. So like that's where I operate at.
Because like
I'm able to
y'all
come,
never just be outside and be thinking like, you looking at the sky. The sky is space. Like
No, facts. But I don't even like it's almost second nature at this point. I've been operating on the plane like I can't function.
So you kind of like got one foot in reality and one foot.
You are hilarious for that. You're funny as fuck.
Yeah,
but I
mean,
really tried to keep a straight face to that.
But no, facts. I mean, like I told you too, I agree with what
I ain't even gonna cap. I
was-
agree wholeheartedly with
I
this
agree,
shit.
but it's just the fact that was her off the hip. Like, anyways, it's an inside joke. Sorry, but yeah, I've been operating that way a long time. I'm able to step down from reality. Like when I have to like be OD responsible, that's when I'm like my most grounded. But like any other time, I'm just moving through this bitch. Like if I gotta go watch his son, I'm very present. But like if we're all in a room or some shit, like I'm not there. Like,
okay.
I'm in my own world. I'm trying to figure out how I can
Yeah,
make
bro, I watched my
this
son
girl
I watched my son be
drop
born,
down
bro.
and get
Like
her
I
eagle
can't.
on.
Yeah, that was as real as it gets for me.
Yeah.
So, ain't no going back from that.
You held it.
Yeah, I watched it happen.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
I feel like
Look
when you
away.
get to grand scheme talk and like the bigger picture, when you zoom out too much, it doesn't matter whether or not you believe or don't,
Yeah. Because
you're still just this thing, so it doesn't matter either way.
I liken it to, I really like that the elephant in the room concept. Like when you're so close to something, you can't tell what it is until you start to.
You can't understand the magnitude of
Right.
too close to, yeah.
Right. There's also another. I didn't know that there was a name for this thing that happens to me very often. But like me and Dami used to talk like about whatever, very random shit. But like we're making revelations about the shit. Like we're on it. And then right in the middle of the conversation, like I could be bodying the shit.
Yeah.
And then I just forget it. And like I told her random after that happened, I was like, damn. The thought was too big. It escaped me. Like I can't even remember what
It was bigger than me, so it escaped me.
That's what I said. So that's something that we always tell each other whenever we're like doing our little deep dives. But then as YouTube or whatever algorithm you're on always does, it throws whatever you were just talking about or thinking in your face.
Yeah.
So I'm on YouTube and I see this video and it's titled The Fishnet Theory. And I was like, I wonder what that's about. So I clicked it and it was literally the idea being too big so it escaped. Like you can't fit it in a fishnet. So you didn't catch that.
Yeah.
And I was like, there was a name for this shit this whole time, nigga.
Funny.
It's crazy. But yeah,
Well,
the
of course it
fishnet
is.
theory. Yeah, no, that shit blew my mind. I was like, I thought I was the only one. There's a whole YouTube.
BTW. That's the name of one of my poetry books. It was bigger than B, so they escaped me.
There you go. You're welcome. I hope I get 5%, 15%, something out that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
But any closing remarks? I know your project's out. If you want to tell everybody what's coming.
At Graham Malice on everything. I just dropped a project called True Enough. 9 songs, like 20 minutes. It's a car ride in Dallas, anywhere. 20-minute drive.
Yeah, you know.
Put that shit on all platforms.
I'll listen to it all the way home.
Hey,
Again. Yeah.
But this will actually be the third time.
that's fire. Thank you.
Wow.
I appreciate you. Yeah, no, 3 plays.
So some of your streams came from me.
Right. Count them.
It's true. I don't have anything to promote right now. Shrooms.
Nothing to say. Shrooms. Okay.
Drugs, really. And
Do
only-
drugs.
Yeah, do
From
drugs.
Kris.
Don't do drugs.
What'd you say
Be
you were naming
drugs.
this one? This podcast?
Malice in the Palace.
Hey, that's fire.
I
Yeah.
fuck with that.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's on top of that. That's shrooms, baby.
I'm in this motherfucker.
Yeah. This is our palace. Your Malice. And I wanted you to know something too. It was so hard for me to spell Graham. Like so hard.
Really?
Really. I
Graham
was
crackers.
like, I kept having even just now when I was like looking you up on
Look,
Spotify,
bro,
I was like,
He has problems. Bro.
Your name whooped his
I was
ass.
looking like, fuck.
Was it the H? Was it the 2 A's?
Bro,
It's everything.
Bro, he dropped
No,
out.
from
He dropped
beginning
out,
to
bro.
end.
Don't worry about
And the
it.
G?
He dropped out, bro. Don't worry about it.
Everything about spelling Graham, like,
fault,
really was about to
How would
send
you spell it
my
without
trip.
knowing how it's spelled?
GRAM.
Well, GR. Well, now I know how to spell it, so that's
Like
not
a grandma Coke.
It's a different Graham, baby. I know how
I
to spell
know,
that one.
I know.
That's the
Nah,
only gram
nah.
that, like, you know.
No, I don't know. Graham, is
Just
it
take a
Gra-
damn.
Is that how you spell Graham?
Graham.
Yes, nigga.
GRAHAM.
Yeah, no, I would always fuck that up there. I would forget an A, maybe the first A, second A.
I was saying,
something. I
it
don't know.
might
Why
be
would
an
you
A.
leave out the A?
Just think Graham. Just take the Y out, baby.
That's true.
That's way too much thinking for
It's
me.
not Graham.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, you gave him away.
Yeah, me trying to spell your name is finna fuck up my shroom trip.
My fault, Pip.
I'm not finna lie to you right now.
Go
I
for
was
the
sitting over here
balance.
panicking, like, if I tell this thing I don't know how to spell his name, he'll be like, why am I here? Yo, listen to
But
my
don't
music,
trick because you know how to
me.
spell a lot of shit.
You better text somebody wrong.
Look around
Yeah.
the room like, what is going on?
I start playing Alexander Graham or
He better tag
Graham
Graham Early
Central
on Twitter.
Station or some
Honestly,
shit.
if you look up Graham right now, you pull up a lot of Drake, which is kind of.
Oh, because
I gotta fact that. I gotta get.
oh, his name spelled like that too, right?
Get my numbers up. Yeah.
Wait, what's your biological name?
Xavier. My first last name is Graham.
First last name?
Yeah, I got
You
the
got two last names?
hyphen joint. Graham Smith. Got a little hyphen.
Oh, y'all might be related, or his people might have owned your people.
Okay,
That's how it goes.
that took it too far.
Just,
I've already-
you
got
have
some
the
family from
whitest
Arkansas?
last name in America, nigga.
Smith?
Yes,
You answer his
You
question.
got some family from Arkansas?
No, I don't.
he don't know that. He don't know
Damn
that.
it.
I don't.
He don't know
I was
that.
finna take and
I
run
don't.
with
He
that
just
shit.
don't want to
yo.
own it.
Let me
No.
see the ancestry.
No, I do know. My family's from Mississippi, and then before
Definitely
that,
own some slaves,
Definitely
nigga.
own
before
slaves.
that they were in Ireland.
Dalton, you shouldn't have told nobody that.
And they were Smiths.
Nigga, you Irish?
Part of me, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's where they settled from. They came from Ireland to Mississippi,
They went
of all places.
from being
I ain't never.
to doing.
You never owned a slave personally?
Well, duh, but
Wait, what? Wait, are you saying done that you did or done that you did
No,
not?
he did not.
Oh, I was like, wait, because then I was like, oh, you talking about?
from
I was gonna say, oh, you talking about me?
from all the ancestry stuff we know of, I don't think we did from what has been documented from our end.
Of course, I ain't documented.
You know
that
what's
shit.
crazy? So
I'm just
my
fucking
my
with you.
family is from
But-
Mississippi. So and his family being from Mississippi, like this happened. We're so cool.
Y'all cool, yeah.
Because
Y'all was cool.
you putting it together.
Yeah, y'all was
You know
cool.
what I'm saying?
But I was gonna say the Smith name is like a kind of like a
Come on, John Smith,
bruh.
Pocahontas. Like,
Come on,
nigga.
bruh. but
Granny Smith, apples, all
My
that shit.
great
nigga.
granddaddy.
Why do you
he
have
had
to
that
do
name.
this?
but ain't that has nothing to do with me, Chris.
No,
My
you
name is
cool.
Dalton Smith.
You cool?
I'm married.
You cool?
For the record, Dalton Smith never owned slaves
That's right.
personally himself.
We don't know that. Oh yeah, okay.
What the fuck?
We do know that. We do know that. We do.
we don't know that.
I'm saying, what
Yes,
if one
you
of
do.
your,
You
what if
realize
your-
what I was trying to say.
what if one of your ancestors' names was Dalton Smith?
Damn.
And he
I'm
also-
talking about him though. We're not talking about his
I
ancestors.
mean, shit.
My name has not come from anybody.
We talking about Dalton that wakes up at sunrise to see his sunrise.
While we're talking about lineage, I'm gonna end. I promise this is my last thing. So there was a study did, and I'm pretty sure y'all heard about
It
this.
was dead.
It was did
Okay.
on male mice Okay?
All right.
So what they did to these male mice was they would spray cherry blossom in their little habitat, and they would shock them. And they did it so much that they stopped shocking them. They would just spray the cherry blossom, and that shit would be traumatic to them. They'll start fucking freaking out, right? Yeah. So they put those male mice that they ran those tests on in the habitat with the female mice, and they had babies. So they took those babies and sprayed cherry blossom, and they, in their DNA, had the same reaction to the cherry blossom. Then they took those kids and had kids, and the same thing. So the study was to say that trauma is indeed passed down.
That's correct.
Through
Yes.
DNA. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Generational trauma, brother.
I did. I thought that was just a saying, like not a saying. Like I knew it was real, but I didn't know it actually manifest in that way. I told my coworker that the other day, and I was like, "Do your job, because somebody did it before you.
Some
Because
things
you were
in nature,
slave."
others nurture.
I told her something like that. We laughed about it, but yeah, I broke that down to her like that.
Wow.
It was very interesting to me. But yeah, that's where we ended at. We'll be back next week. Diamond won't be here.
I will
next
not
week.
be here next week because my little brother had a baby.
I said this.
Very cute.
He did.
Shout out to Gianna Jill Nicole.
I did not know her name.
Yeah, her name is Gianna or Gia Bia, Gia Bean, Gianni, my little baby. So I am going down next week to go see her.
Okay, auntie.
Yeah,
sir.
big auntie.
Yes.
And my niece also, I have a girl niece. She will be having a baby soon as well.
I will hope.
I'm about to be
She's your niece.
What?
You said I have a girl niece.
I said she's grown.
Oh, I thought you said I have a girl niece.
No.
But what's she doing?
She's having a little boy. So I will be graduated to great aunt.
Great auntie.
Yeah.
Back to back too.
back to back.
Welcome to the club.
Are you a great uncle?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Unfortunately.
Of like-
Well, not unfortunately.
Three.
Three.
kids.
3 kids.
My oldest nephew has 3 of them things.
Shout out to them.
It was a traumatic experience.
They're all
for me.
very interesting.
I'm weak.
Yeah, they all got their own thing. It's really wild. But yeah, me and Dalton, probably Ridge, will be back next week.
Let's hope not.
We're gonna hold it down for y'all as long as
So your girl will be missing, but then I'll be back. And when I come back, we're coming with an episode
There we go.
There you go. And
that I haven't filmed them in on yet.
all right. I need some McDonald's, so we finna roll.
Ooh, McDonald's.
We'll see y'all later, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hope this episode was insightful. I hope
I learned a lot.
Hope you learned a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, good.
A little something.
We met, but we didn't know each other. It wasn't a really good representation of my personality, but
He was on shrooms.
the more you get to know me, the more
The more you
it
love
makes
him.
sense.
Not really.
And shout out to Kris and Graham for looking fly. I'm really fucking with these outfits. Like
I knew I
when
was
Kris
coming.
got off the elevator, I had to
knew where I
record
was
him.
coming. You know, I had to get right.
Period.
You knew who or what?
I knew where I was coming, so I had to get right.
Oh, I appreciate that, man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
When I come
we
back-
do this shit.
Oh, when I come back, I'll be fly. But I'm going to see SZA tomorrow.
There you go.
It's
God,
gonna be fun. Let me know how it goes.
I will.
I wish I could have been there.
What's your social media?
Graham Malice on everything.
I bet. I'm gonna follow you.
All right.
I'm gonna give you an update tomorrow.
Come on.
Bang.
All right, we got this thing.